Greetings, fellow Sierra Leoneans and viewers beyond the Sierra Leone community. Welcome to Salon for All and Voice for All Network Television. I am your host, Khadija Tijan Nabi. We get critical things then where they unfold in the Republic of Sierra Leone, unfortunately, today. And it's the reason why I decided to do this emergency broadcast. Having said that, I'll pause here for now, and we'll get some other panelists into we'll join voice with me. For now, we elaborate on what is going on with beloved country. In the meantime, I put in on pause. I go run some things same way, some of which we don't come across before, and then from there we land to with today's discussion. And once again, welcome. And I feel free for share as well and get other people then, notify other people then as well go join voice and discuss today topic. And I thank you once again. Greetings, fellow Sierra Leoneans, both at home and abroad, and the rest of the international community. I am Khadija Tijan Nabi, the founder and CEO for the Critical Thinking Talk Show. Today is January 15, 2020. Here we are, 2020, 2 years since the presidential election of 2018. We are yet to put together better ways to understand how to communicate our disagreement. We need to know the difference between healthy conversation versus meaningless argument. We are yet to understand the significance of upholding the interest of our beloved Mama Salon over our political affiliation and self-interest. On January 14, 2020, yesterday to be precise, just 8 days ago, we were forced with the reality to recollect the awful experience of a 10 years senseless civil war. Yet still, we refuse to learn from the event of those experiences. As I visit countless social media platforms, especially some WhatsApp groups, I hear some Sierra Leoneans cheering the brutal attack of their fellow Sierra Leoneans. Evidence of obvious and critical head injuries with significant amount of blood running down someone's head was glaring. I can't help but shed tears. I hear other Sierra Leoneans say these victims deserve such attack and their crime is being a member of the main opposition, the All People's Congress. Others say the victims had started the brutal attack against the ruling party members. As I continued my investigation, I came across an ugly picture of one of our members of parliament, Honorable Tawa Conte, with a headline that reads, "Breaking news, Honorable Tawa Conte attacked by Sierra Leone People's Party thugs." Abbreviation SLPP. I cannot hold my tears again. I believe his crime is that he stands and upholds the interest of Sierra.
Patriotism isn't about our leaders. It's not about the political parties that we love. It's about the love, pride, and dignity of our nation. In 1999, I made a documentary film called Cry Freetown about the bloody civil war of my country, Sierra Leone. Somehow, the film attracted the attention of the international community, and they came to our aid and helped us restore peace. A few years down the line, I made another documentary film called Return to Rwanda, which shows what happened when a nation turns on itself. Hutus versus Tutsis. Very, very bloody civil war. And today, 2018, my country, Sierra Leone, is blindly strolling towards tribal war. My brothers and sisters, let me tell you, that will be a big mistake. It will be worse than the bloody civil war we had. And let me tell you this, no politician, no political party is worth you shedding your blood for. Yes, you can fight for your country, but not for politicians or for political parties. Put Sierra Leone first. If anything goes wrong, it's not the politicians or their loved ones that will pay the price. So I want you to think, fellow Sierra Leoneans, as we are having this mounting tension, these growing tensions, I want you to think that whether you are Mendi, Timini, Limba, Creole, Madingo, Kuranko, Fula, Yalonka, whatever you are, it's Sierra Leone first. They don't say what tribe, they say what country. Let's think and put Sierra Leone first. Please, my fellow Sierra Leoneans, we might have been lucky when I made Cry Freetown and we got support. We might not be so lucky. So let's don't go down that road. Don't let the politicians play you. For some of them, this is a game. Now it's time you take control of the game. You play them. You make your choice. You choose wisely. But don't fight each other. Let us be our brother's keeper. Thank you.
You know, guys, I want to share this face, with the world, especially for Amnesty International, all human rights organizations. So let me show you guys this.
Anybody don't touch you, nobody don't do anything. Nobody don't knock me, sir. Nobody not talk to me. Any rough word, sir. But you don't really think so. All what he talk now, all the public, the whole world don't hear it. All what he talk so. You don't think say he bad for.
All right. So now that you guys have seen this face, let me give you, the backdrop to what is going on with this young man. This young man is a prisoner in Sierra Leone. He's what they call condemned, meaning he's on death row. And we all know that this current administration, it is subject to investigations that is currently going on with the SLPP Sierra Leone government. The president of Sierra Leone is Julius Maada Bio. Of course, we know that with everything going on, amidst all this violence and chaos in the country, he has not addressed none of these issues. But this young man that you're seeing was, of course, he's a prisoner, so he was in the prisons. But Demba Road prisons, which is one of the biggest prisons in Sierra Leone, which is the main prison in Sierra Leone, he's an inmate there. So he gave an account of what happened, what transpired the morning of the 29th of April. And after he gave a true account of what actually happened, the botched attempt at what people are actually now calling, because of all the information that is coming out, which of course again is subject to investigation, but it's beginning to seem like the government in power, the SLPP government, the Sierra Leone government, were the ones who actually concocted and planned this failed and botched prison massacre that happened, because allegedly the government said 14 people died, but it's like, I think so far people are saying it's almost maybe over 40 people, or 40 prisoners, including a prison officer that actually died. So as pathetic as the whole thing is, of course we've heard about other death, retribution death, that we've heard of other inmates that were present and know a little bit more about the situation. So,
Greetings, fellow Sierra Leoneans, both at home and abroad, and the rest of the international community. Welcome once again to Salon for All and Voice for All Network Television. Once again, I am your host, Khadija Tijan Nabi. As you know, one thing we'll get in common is that we all come from the land where they say in a unity, freedom, justice for all, a land where we all love, where we all get the same interests. The slight difference we can be sometimes they may be either individual choice of political affiliation, and also the difference could be tribe, but tribe has never been an issue when it comes to the Republic of Sierra Leone. Tribe wherein is by default, not by anybody in choice, when I waiting God, we don't decide, say, it go make way, whether me coming from the Madingo or part of the Creole descendants. The next person come from the Timini or the Limba, the Mende. One thing we are not say bind we all together in the green, white, and blue. And like the saying say by one of me late mentor, we will not remember the silence of we enemy, but rather the silence of we friends. We, as far as I'm concerned, we are all our brother's keeper, and we all, like I say, we all bind under the green, white, and blue. One waiting affect one, affect all as a whole. That's the way we for always look at for the interest of we beloved Mama Salon. The unfortunate thing we come today, we happen again today in the Republic of Sierra Leone, is something where we all need for take a good look at, and we're not taken lightly. Having said that, I want to go through one or two statements, but before that, I think the only right thing is for me to allow me panelists them, some of which we go join voice with me. We go discuss today topic, and then I will come back again and make some open remarks, and then we will land into a discussion. Having said that, to make a bring on board Mr. Wan Kasu. Welcome, sir. Kindly identify yourself. Introduce yourself.
Good evening, listeners and viewers. Thank you very much, Khadija, for having me.
Good evening, sir. Welcome, Mr. Wankasu. Thank you so much. I know that it's not a last minute thing. It wasn't planned, but thank you so much for honoring the invitation and being part of the discussion. Thank you. I want to bring in Mr. Lawrence. Thank you also for the last minute invite, but yet you still honor it. Welcome, sir. Kindly identify yourself or introduce yourself. Mr. Lawrence, check your device, please. I think your volume is off. Sorry.
Hello. Yes, this is Lawrence Fox, London. A saloon. Any trading man in a saloon are ready for daily 24 hours on the clock.
Truly appreciate you. Welcome again, sir. Thank you. Truly appreciate you. Thank you for your time. Having said that, like I said, my open remarks, one thing we bind we together now with green, white, and blue. And at no time, we as Sierra Leonean, we also get to be on responsibility. We responsibility now foresee that we be our brother's keeper. We responsibility that is now foresee that we raise our voice when things are not right. Having said that, meaning when any leader or anybody have even the courage or even the attempt for divide we as a nation, whether it's directly or indirectly, we must stand against that leader, not in a violent way, but in a way wherein that we stand as a united body, whether you're Mende, Timini, Limba, or whatever the case may be. I happen to have all one of them tribe, and they whether it's directly, indirectly, we all connected. Now my family. And like I say, my background now, I can always say this, even allow me for I play that tribalism game, given the obvious that the Mami side come from the Madingo tribe, the Papa side come from the Creole descendants, the Frobe Creole and Creole and Fulaton. They are all part of the Creole descendants. So that alone is set up a foundation where say you are not even allowed to be prejudiced, and Salon is not even known for that. We don't see things and they unfold, and I like where I talk with authentic evidence for backup misstatement where I will also fall on. We don't see in the rights of every Sierra Leonean, that the rights for them get a peaceful protest, now the right for them use the freedom of speech when they feel like their right is not being met by them we officials there, or the lead when we president. It's right unfortunate that the obvious fact is that when we president there or the cabinet members then you want come into governance, then get all kind of promises within they make, then get all kind of way then at that time now then the labele profession them now then the labele chief or queens them at that time, then they give everything
where it comes to comfort in terms of words to the citizen them for net and give them a reassurance say they go come in, they go do better, whether it's the new direction slogan, whether it's that the alusign, the alasan, you name it. They are good at that. But when, unfortunately, in most cases, when they come, and now they talk about in terms of the African continent as a whole, but at the end of the day, we focus on Sierra Leone. They are very good with words and giving them assurance, say, oh yeah, well, they can't do better. Unfortunately, when they come, a different thing. Having said that, like I say, tribalism was never an issue. The reason why I bring that and why we should take this very, very serious. I don't have time or game for play with propaganda or for play with dividing we, because one, at the end of the day, I don't say this before, when I die, na me one they go na me Gabri and waiting a lot they go ask me whether I belong na APC, SLPPC for C. But rather, waiting I've been doing in terms of making sure that when things like this is going on in my country, how sincere was I? How honest and bold was I for say, if even I'm not able to be there physically, but what I do for contribute for see that we condemn the acts like the Makeni killing today. So having said that, I believe say the rights where we presidents get or any cabinet member, the same rights we get as citizen. But unfortunately, we don't see, say, whether it's every 2 months, 3 months, or whatever the case may be, with the say shooting. It's like if we say now we for expect and say now the norm, but it shouldn't be that way. So hence the reason why I find and say it critical for now we come, we sit down, we talk about this. We don't see, say, place like Kailan post-election violence, or in the case wherein that people them from the south, then they protest them. We don't agree with, and they say we need a agree for lockdown. We don't see so many, but never at any point we see, say, they use live bullets and kill them people. Then they, and I give kudos to those people them, the men and women in uniform, where they not take that action they against we sister and brothers and from the south. But now, when we come now to the north, you understand me? In the case or the example of the Makeni, we see what's in happened today. Why I get for do that? We see the case in terms of the Tumbo saga. Why I get for be that way? You understand? Again, what make us say no, we not play with this tribal business. I get, like I say, family member, a best friend of mine within Italy. She happened to be part of the mandate thing. Like I say, I need to look at that, but it don't come out to the point where these things can continue for happen, and we will not be the look on in that tribal lens. We don't begin to look at as such, because why? With sisters and brothers from the south, then go do all kind of stuff, but at the end of the day, then they use then kind live bullets for them, kill them. Nobody in life need they lost. But then why they not for do that? Again, I'm not here for say no for divide anybody, but I'm here for condemn the act. I'm here for condemn any government official, whether it's the president, the vice president, the you name it, where they even attempt or try for show we what is directly or indirectly say, then they make an effort for use tribal lines for divide we. We must not, as Sierra Leonean, allow that, because one, hey, at the end of the day, you look and say maybe your political party now in the rule at this time, and it's okay for them and do what they do. But mind you, whatever precedent or whatever we allow with any governance, trust me, is going to hunt we as Sierra Leone at the end of the day. Hence the reason why we should stand against it. We should speak against it in a peaceful manner. Sierra Leoneans for be allowed for conduct a peaceful demonstration without they not get what's in and get so. You understand? So having said that, I pause now, so I will bring that authentic evidence later in terms of waiting I refer to in that Kailan youth saga, where they say we not agree, then go out and that's their rights, but nobody not been get killed or whatever the case may be. So if again, some of the arguments what I want to bring today, and I will read the press release from the information minister, wherein from my understanding, there was a communication with the big one them na Makeni Day, but the question comes now: the big one then they may engage the youth them. how much in the value then youth they are so when it comes to decision making, how much effort in a put for making them understand say this thing what we can do, we not get any malice behind it, and in a for rest assured say just on a temporal base, and whatever the case may be, this not just a backup, this not go make, this not mean say in our get blackouts. How much effort they be make for make sure say the youth they understand that okay, if they failed in all that, the other side will want look now. Let's say the youth then take upon themselves say, we are not going to allow you guys for take this thing so for K and go X, Y, and Z. Whether it's the South you're taking it, it's irrelevant. Whether you take an Alunga, it's irrelevant. The point is, then self get right for say, we want stand for say, no, we know waiting in they can't do because nobody not really talk to we forgive we the in total of waiting they happen. So if they do that, as a responsible man and woman in uniform, or as a responsible government, you place now for make sure say when you they react for every action, there's a reaction or equal reaction or whatever you want to call them. How responsible in an act for make sure say peace, oneness, and stability prevail over violence. If then youth they also don't take up on themselves, say then they protest or whatever the case may be, then they say then they speak up or stand up for waiting at their rights. And I will play some audio where one a gentleman they say how you call them, it's like for say they don't get right for protest, they do have right to protest. You understand? But waiting in our own responsibility, like I say, what we forum is salute one of the AIG, the assistant Miss Memuna, where they advise men and women they in uniform how they for able for handle citizen them. And I don't talk on this platform over and over. Why is it that they not get good training for train them people there so how them for treat and value the lives of them fellow Sierra Leonean? Why everything have for end up per killing? Is there not a better way we can handle these concern or the action or the reaction of them youth there so? So these are all the things as in I see. I am very I don't care if they call me emotional or whatever the case may be. This not somebody life, not something where is you will never ever bring back. And it's rather unfortunate that we get for the over and over. We have so many things now what we get for do in terms of community development, in terms of ideas then what they share what will benefit this government. But if we try for go forward, but yet still in another give we that chance for now we go forward on productive discussion them where it basically will be beneficial to our country. But every day of violence, we have no other choice but to address the issue like that of the Makeni issue what happened today. Having said that, make a pause here and I bring Mr. Wankasu in before I go further. Welcome once again, sir. Thank you for your patience.
Thank you very much, Khadija, and good evening to Mr. Lawrence, who don't join me. First of all, before I start, I want to say, may Allah give all the people who don't die inside this atrocity Al-Jannah. May Allah sorry for them. May Allah give them Al-Jannah. And I feel say this particular thing will happen from yesterday as we don't see how the thing developed from yesterday to now. Me go say I'm very, very disappointed, broken by this very act of the government. But anyway, you raised some few questions that I asked you today. You raised some few points that I asked you today we get a look at. You talk about the violence, you talk about tribalism, you talk about the actions of government or inactions of government, in that kind of situation there. So if I take out from the context of what happened from yesterday to today, we as Sierra Leoneans then we don't see the pattern of the government in action around the country when it comes to electricity business or this generator business we didn't talk about. And if I can talk about Kono briefly, when the government go Kono, they promise the people and say, in the calendars and the generator for go do something quickly in the out and back. And then that was it. That's the end of it. The generator now the block the government send somebody to come repair that generator on local. According to sources, the person come up from abroad, fly can salon to come fix that generator there. The person don't fix the generator, he asks for them fuel the generator, for let the generator run for about 15 hours or something like that. Then for some reason they tell the man say fuel no there. So the generator may able for run for let them test time, till the man fly out of the country. So then sources they know they get, some of them we know 100% confirm them. But the pattern will be steps of the sea of things that will happen in the country would make people that be suspicious for maybe they can't tell the Makeni people and say they can't take the generators and and come back. They don't agree. So if according to the Minister of Information claiming say they had a consultation or whatever discussion with the authorities, then Makeni, the elders in Makeni, waiting at the outcome of that. We will ask the question, waiting at the outcome of it, and I instruct them, when I tell them, when I inform, because if you inform somebody, say they can't for that thing. If the person don't agree, You see, if you consult with somebody, you agree, you get an agreement, then I don't feel say there's any reason for them to go midnight for go collect the generator. If there's an agreement for that generator, they for like come out na Makeni, I believe say people then na Makeni will be aware of it. People in Makeni will say, okay, well they come for the generator today. Then everybody will see when the generator they come out na Makeni on the broad lights without going there in the dark of the night when everybody don't go to bed. Then they say they can take the generator. It looks like stealing to many of them. So for them to resist that, I feel say the government don't rise above all these problems because nobody in life work for them would take generator, for somebody in life go for that. But here we go, we don't get according to the report say now the government will agree say that 4 people then don't die. Well, according to other sources, then people are talking about 30 going up to 50. That is unconfirmed. But it's very, very sad. Very sad for a situation like this for the happen in Sierra Leone inside 2020. For things like this that happen, people they point at gun at people and shoot them. You mentioned about police training or whatever. I don't know if that's what they train them to do, or whether now instruct them to shoot at anyone. Because we got to think about it again. Because I don't feel say anybody in their right mind, a human being wearing a uniform, will just take gun and point them at somebody, arm, just a protest for something he believes in and right. You shoot them, you kill them. The instruction they get from the bosses then, or the training and they don't give them, or they don't even give them training. Because even somebody will not ever get training, I believe that person they go look pain and say this time they come immortal man and not go kill her just because he protest. So one would want to believe that this could be an instruction from the higher authorities from hotel they say shoot at anyone who you see. Because we don't see ministers then, including the resident minister they talk about and they shoot you, I kill you, I follow you, I go where he goes, I kill you, papa, I kill you, mama. So if a resident minister they come out and say things like that, then when they see soldiers they demonstrate that, shooting live bullets at innocent people, killing them, what do you want somebody to say? Well, I feel disgusted. I feel really, really disgusted that this is happening in my country, Sierra Leone, in the 20th century, 21st century. So let's stop here for now.
Excellent, well stated. I think many will agree with you in terms of the example of the minister, the resident minister, where some will look and say they be don't take them out, reprimand them, or whatever the case may be, come back again and reassign them. Some they even say, is it that they reassigned you for do such mission in the sense that jeopardize the lives or make the residents then at Makeni then become unease or whatever the case may be. And I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, it seemed like Makeni is one of the, as that in the example of Kabbalah, one of the peaceful, how you call district them or villages them or whatever you want to call them. I don't know if I could put her in that category of village anymore because it's more like a city now. But having said that, make I bring come Mr. Lawrence, and I will bring Mr. Jimmy shortly. Welcome, Mr. Lawrence. Come down and land, sir. Check your device.
Yeah,
good.
Yeah, open I have. Yeah, we went here also you have training because what women know is the government we talk about professionals. A government for be professional. Because I mean they put people in way supposed to be responsible. Because the responsibility of the government is to protect its citizens. The responsibility of the government is to provide for its citizens. You understand there? The responsibility of the government is to like their parental thing. But when you talk about environmental impact assessment, when you talk about development process now, developmental, it means the political will of the government for BC, you get to engage the community. Not the every community, therefore engage the leaders there in the community, therefore engage the youth there in the community. You understand that? Even the kind of development of that village day, or that community day, or that town day, or that city day. Therefore engage them, therefore inform them. And it's a process, not only like a team you can take like a 1 day or 2 day or 2 minutes or 1 hour or 1 week. That because the same thing happened at Lumsar. That's what I mean. And the same thing happened at Chobo. It shows that this government is not respecting the views of its citizens. If they are respecting the view, I'm not saying they are government. We know from Makeni, we know from South, East, West. The government get authority all over the one country. But depending on how you do your stuff, or make the people that know see, this government, they can do A, B, C, D, E. But then, okay, let's go to the nitty-gritty now, the need to things inside. You see that? The people be done so I talk and over and over again. The TV I put at the home. I will take her back and go to work. Not funny. Somebody tell me, say, Daddy, what's wrong with you? You're not taking my TV. Lawrence will not keep talking. I don't want to call Lawrence anymore. You know, that you're not taking my TV. I laugh today. Because they don't look and say, this, that, there. That they own TV now. They don't ever put her on when they want to put her on. I mean, they put her on. But they don't say that this, that you don't kind of tell it to him. You don't kind of tell him. So now for that take that TV day, you get for those that you get for benefits them. Because they might kind of sitting room, and the TV kind of the sitting room, but then say, hey, the TV that they can benefit on the sitting room. But the point where they make here is he did not engage, and they put out to them, and they ask them, and they put out to them, say they don't engage the people correctly, they don't respect the people's views. You know what I mean? Because how you will take the generation on net? Why do you go take the net first? Why? You know what I mean? But look at what the government see. The people that become lawless. What do you mean say they become people that become lawless? They have a right to protest. Because if you do it in a way proper, the environmental impact assessment, in fact, you look at the situation first, you involve the political will of the people then, get them all involved, they will get everything. But they can't open the gate for anything. They're going to happen to that 5G. We say whether London say we don't want 5G because they look and say, then they give coronavirus. So they tell me, go make a polite paper to me, or convince me, they're not getting they are not convincing the people, they're taking advantage of the people. What you do? Because they kill the people then. That's what's happening at Paremba Road. Harmless civilian. We're going to look at the force. Can you use the same force when necessary? Harmless civilian. The harmless civilian. Harmless. Rules of engagement has to be followed. But this government they follow even the rules of engagement. Can you imagine? They follow the rules of engagement. They can't even kill the slaughter 31 according to them. That they look at according to them, that's what they say. Then if they say officially 4 people died, that is very serious. Working 4 people are for waiting. Then they tell us about the government in press release that the people are lawless. What do you mean they're lawless? Nobody give for me to go take a property and answer like that. Because I say, you madam, you don't tell me you're a responsible government. This political government tells you you're a responsible government. If you're a responsible government, if you don't look at the needs assessment of Lungi, look back, you go take the generator. You go take people in the generator different side there. And at the same time, what to make you go take the generator in a boat for Lungi and Lungi? Why make you go take the generator for Lungi and Lungi? Why? You know Makeni. You don't say Makeni have a hot spot. Makeni is a conflicting situation. You don't get this same guy that they call Abu, they tell you, say, they will shoot people, they will kill people. Can you imagine? So, if I don't know how the war starts, if the war starts now, because you only like I said, the war for starts me. 4 people are killed. According to them, the government say more than 4. And they give to the official statement. Not like a Paremba would. You don't kill 31 people then. What do you think to say? If you just kill them, what do you do? As a government, is it your responsibility to be killing people or to protect them? But I went to the decision, this government is responsible for killing people, not to protect them. And boy, what's that now? Let's say they discuss you see blood over the place. Then people in the Allah. Well, who is coming to the rescue? As a government, who's coming to the rescue? Who is coming to the rescue? Nobody's coming to the rescue. Well, then Punaka statements and can you imagine? Hmm? So if blackouts happen over the place, the people are not convinced because when you take somebody, you have to convince. When you convince the people and they are excited, when they get their stuff, but you not even convince them because you convince them, they don't fit for nobody don't take the generator. It's alone. I mean, it's just painful, Khadija. It's just painful.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much. And I want, before I bring Mr. Jimmy in, I want to remind the President, His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Sierra Leone. I can always say power belongs to one person, and that the Almighty Allah will they serve. Now, in the look, enslave them, He decides to say some of that power they give you. And when you give that power there, you as a slave of the Almighty, you for always remember, say, you're not a slave, and not in other way they last forever. And that power where it give you for a reason where you get forgive account. And that account not only for you, but for lives them, and where you don't happen to be the daddy of that country then. Unfortunately, you go get sycophants them with the na you territory, or people that were a partisan, or the one that will get no iota of patriotism in them. And those are the individual who will mislead you or go misguide you, where it be say, if even you are doing wrong, they are not in the position for say God is above everything, and Naina the Rahman, Naina the Rahim, Naina the provider, where it be say Naina for believe in, Naina for trust in, for it provide for me, and in the reason where go be, where go give the president's provision for that provision they meet me. So if you not get those type of people where they think in that manner, then will always they say yes, sir, not true, you they do well. And two, to the point where things like this they continue to happen, and it become now the norm of the day na Sierra Leone, where we fellow Sierra Leoneans then life they lost. So having said that, we hope say when we like I say, we're not idle because of the love we'll get for the country. I sleep awake, the green, white, and blue. It inside me, heart, me soul, me vein, everything. And one hurts, now me hurts. And I believe saying that the same as that of the other Sierra Leoneans that will join voice with me today. Mr. President, remember say when power done, take the example of Yaya Jammeh and many other where I will bring us an example. You understand? These people were there in the category of being sycophant or partisan. Then ready they make noise, this and that, then they celebrate the pain of their fellow Sierra Leonean. Then they look at opposition when the young blood brothers and sisters through the grace of God we're binded by green, white, and blue. Then they celebrate the pain of main opposition. Be critical of those people, because at the end of the day, God forbid, if you get for end up in the ICC court, their life they go forward, then they go forward with their life, then they get them family. Now you get for suffer. Now you and your family get for suffer. So, Mr. President, take people like we sit down, where we trust in God. We not care about anything at this dunya, because we know it's in a temporal world, and we don't look for the hereafter. Take people like we value your opinion, value the one that where they criticize you, where they call you to attention, where they remind you say power not forever, where they remind you say this dunya na nothing. Take them their example, and they take their advice, and they critically. And then it will help you for whatever mistakes you don't make, even to the one or today. Then it will able for make you for move forward and help we. If even you're not able to accomplish nothing in the next 2 years, the one accomplishment what they ask you for is Excellency the President. Now forgive Sierra Leoneans them peace. Now they're able for grab and feel like they belong. This is their country. It like they not get nothing for it, but now they're able for listen to music, dance, enjoy themselves. Now they not feel that fear. Let them not begin the thing say, if even we grab for waiting the right thing, if we go tin up for protest for even Khadija in whatever where they rape or whatever, then I will get shoot. If even in tin up them protest say no, we light now will go anywhere, then we're able to talk to them like they're a human being, respect them. Like how them be they succumb to them, then they label to them where they want them votes. His Excellency the President, is still not too late yet. But it's so frustrating for people like we will love our country. And we're not worried about anything. We're not worried about nothing at this dunya. We just want our fellow Sierra Leoneans then feel belong. Please, it no matter if they're not Timini, na Limba, na Soso, na Madingo, whatever the case may be, but they are Sierra Leone, we all binded under the green, white, and blue. I stop there for now, make I bring Mr. Jimmy. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. You know, it sound really bad. We the phone up with it happen. But the thing we they say is when this thing starts yesterday on it, just like we lawyers they say, now I need to in a genuine something, but why not go that odd time day? Can they wait for daylight? That is one. But when they know say that machine na don't get on point, because the machine may be up and running, till they can shut down, then close everything. The machine they run, you know the light, and they do not nothing throughout this COVID. When they know see the machine don't get problem. Why they not go fix it within that 10 day? Say that's for go take Makeni home. But anybody when they think logically, you say we don't go engage because follow AYV this net or this evening we the reporter, according to the reporter, Abbas, they tell me 7 people and then don't know say die. 11 people are seriously damaged, AYV. We Lamana made the interview and they respond. I follow them. And I also listen to the minister, I can't just say a statement, and the chairman for energy and power, at the wall of parliament. Well, all their politics thing that they hate. See, they don't talk to the council, the mayor and the CA and other people. Let me see them go revert to them in a week or 2 time. Say, but now 1 month they not revert to them. That means the message not sink down well. If that is the case, for use another approach. If you don't use the top to bottom, you know, open a count down to bottom to top approach.
Exactly, bottom to top.
And see what will be the take of the young people then. They don't learn a lot of lessons. When few people decide to happen a corner, I get message I have a lot of friends who they tell me say, hey, they say I say corner na the darkest city na salon. I say when you come out on the darkest city, I know say when I get machine. Say, hey, you get lucky, you know the salon. Say now we know the punishment we they perform, we can't take with machine. Case closed. So if they know the get stories then they say now you can't take Makeni home. They are up to something. You know, sometimes when somebody they talk something, they talk devoid from politics and personal sentiment and say something we right. Me now one person don't feel police brutality once. So I know exactly what they say and the kind of thing the whole policeman and they do. Yeah? It happened na Kabbalah, it left buff. It don't happen on mile 91, it left buff. It don't happen at Tumbo, it left buff. It happen at Losar, it left buff. All man see, it happen inside APC office, it left buff. Now they don't come back inside Makeni. They don't do them back. Me see blood in the street, where they see the blood in the street, I watch my phone. Like seeing a cow and they don't kill me. People in the cry for help. The guys then desperately defy a gun like saying a word and they do. So the massive recruitment we them do of police, who knows what thing they don't tell them, what thing they go land and they train in school. Besides then give weapon, the best you can do, now for just can't fire live bullets. Tear gas not enough for disperse the crowd. Or people enough for exercise their right today for saying, no, this machine not for bullet left here. If I don't get that kind of stiff resistance from yesterday night to this morning, why can't you guys forget about it and come back to the drawing board and see how we are able to engage key stakeholders? The minister say call Yansane, why you they politicize this thing? Yansane not to another Makeni, why they go right as if my APC something? You know where they explain AYV. I don't call Yansane who don't talk. What's Yansane? He's not part of the local administration. And just one for fair way out in the cartoon politics business counter inside. So maybe I talk about Abu talk and so like technically they kind of statement and they from Abu and then pull after 2 weeks, making 3 weeks and count and back. But for like for full the public. So they don't take disciplinary action against them. Well, now, go put to action what you may plan for you. Over time, this one I was surprised. I mean, they back now. I mean, they salon this past September. That telling what Abu Abu do. The late Saying Marawo died with Momo Conte. I will show you the pictures. I will send them to you next year. When they campaign, I go join that campaign for that horrible constituency 043. Abu Abu own that late Saying Marawo, deputy regional chairman of APC. Honorable Daniel Kurma, Honorable Kusan Sise, Honorable Lai Mara, and Kewule Sise, the driver. He hold all put them under hostage. Then he beat the other babo the whole inside and take razor blade, carry them body. He take he handcuff their hand them. He handcuff Honorable Daniel to Honorable Kusan, handcuff Kewule Sise to the late Sayo Marawo, the almost died in that accident. And so he handcuff them, put them inside the motor car, give him drive and say let the guy drive the motor car. The guy drive the motor car till he reach the hill, like open the motor, the jump come out. The motor car carry somersault to them people on the fucking day. He did that.
You see that?
Yes, he did that. Then the Kewule is saying in brain, they say he get crack my head. That's how you die. So the kind dislocation the other name he gets, them honorable and then God save their life.
No.
At the end of the day, now you go back, you go capture the most couch and Makeni. I doubt you may not get them. So these are the kind of things that would happen. They happen. Now the anybody quote me, that's what me say. And I did it in person, not to them say I was there. I see the people there. The know what they can allow big small, if you see body, so razor blade and don't church like waiting and call. You know, so it's really bad. It's really bad.
When one must ask themselves, what would they accomplish with that? If even you make until the highest position in a country, when are the president, yes, when not even a president, waiting that's the benefit you know this world and hereafter if you're not able for making people the way you they govern and the way you they lead, they're happy. That's waiting we for ask yourself. Like how Mr. Jimmy say and I stated earlier, why they not engage the youth them? Do they have community center? Like I say, if they don't see say resistance don't be, we go back again to the example of Kailound, where they say, no, we are not going to be locked down. And we they protest because they get the right. Any gun be shoot them, it shoots anybody there. So that's why people then they feel say it is a tribal war going on. So how can you prove to the Sierra Leoneans say this has nothing to do with tribalism?
But one thing very clear is the people actually they don't even know the decentralized structure. I have been part of that structure before. You know, Salon gets a well decentralized youth structure where me say them go use and they for engage young people. Where then they establish their youth councils. And Bombali gets a youth council, then get at chiefdom level, at section level, down to village level. So getting the district youth council as an umbrella body for that particular district, we then sit down at the city of Makeni, then charge with the responsibility for calling chiefdom youth councils or zonal chairmen and chairladies, bring everybody by the center and get that kind of free dialogue. But if you cannot reach those people, when I don't get the structure, when I talk so I don't spend billions of leons for go make whatever farm, you know, farm holding at the space, holding at the sky, where people are in the sea, then I'm afraid.
Excellent. So I hope say the president or the cabinet member then go take that into consideration next time around for get them people then they involved in effort to save lives, because property can be damaged and we can replace them. But once you don't use that bullet, you don't kill that person, now forever. And I want to also give kudos to the former president, His Excellency Dr. Ines Baikorma. The reason being, since you left office, many they blame you say you need to talk. And I believe say sometimes it is necessary for remain quiet, and then there's time when we need for your voice. When you be a president and there's the country there in a state of an emergency, you take up on yourself, say your responsibility, one of your responsibility now for face Sierra Leoneans them where you been don't face in the past when you be once divorced. So you been make them a priority for address issue whether it's concern like this. Of course, not in other social media now where people they need to see as evidence of the current president way at that time we been there as opposition and make it clear. And again, this not things that all way we don't share now we make I can like for talk with facts, not I not get time for propagate like I say. Where it say in a utilize this social media because now in the international world then they use. When you've been there as the then president, you take up on yourself and you make a priority say Sierra Leoneans matter, then how then they think it matter to you. So when things like this happen, you they come, you they condemn, and you they address. And when you go as an opposition, you look and say it is vital and important for you stay quiet because you want peace prevail. And I say this again with authority. I do me research. There's a lot of people who live in Makeni, and even today, there's a lot of young folks who then they say the presidents, the former president, they always speak on peace. And they always tell and say, now calm down and not react. That's what a Sierra Leonean will love in country is supposed to do. But it's so sad that these sycophants of this administration or the one that when elect we as a united body, where they take partisan over we being a Sierra Leonean, then they give all kind of opposite impression for cause mayhem and instability in our country. So, Mr. President, Mr. Madabio, please, them partisan people then way there in this administration, the diehard supporters them, they need to help you, sir. Look at we where they criticize objectively and constructively, not with any malice. Look at we opinion, take the sense out of the nonsense and use waiting will help you for now you govern we in a unified manner, regardless of whether they north, east, west, south, it doesn't matter. We are Sierra Leonean. Lead by that example. And I can always say this now your legacy. Some go blame you, say there's so many words where they don't take for define you or describe you. But many go look and say at that time you were young and there was a mistake and you don't come out for do better. Like how you say new direction. For those where they go back again and say, oh, the then president, His Excellency Dr. Ines Baikomai, they don't make this mistake, you don't do this. I can always say, learn from those mistakes because you are new direction. Use that as a tool to make you better. And then you're able to govern Sierra Leoneans them in that direction where they say a new direction. But if the new direction is every 6 months or 3 months, 4 months, with the year say, with Sierra Leone, with fellow Sierra Leoneans and they die, and then they go down well with we, sir. I rest my case and I call back again, Mr. Wanka. So come on in, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, Khadija. You see, President Bill, they always confirm to in critics them what they always say about them. A lot of people don't talk about President Bill in way of I deal with people. Them are ungrateful, I do things their way not right and stuff like that. You know, let the silent people them and all of that. They justify the retreats of the people there. The retreats that they become well confirmed because there's no people else when they talk about this president. Not facts, not true. I mean, the past 2.5 years or whatever from Reagan Cameron governance, there is this pattern of behavior, this pattern of consistent action or inaction of this government. We don't make people them all over the world, even in support of them now say, not able to defend them anymore. You see, the former president Kuma, you let one word we can use. He said resilience. He said we are a government of resilience. When problems in the country, Everybody they blame them, everybody they talk, everybody they say this, everybody they say that, particularly during the Ebola time. When they come out for talk, they ask for patience, they ask for people to fight, they ask for people to come together for them fight this thing together. All political parties will fight this thing together. What we will see, contrary, with this government, one section of the country, no problem, they can do whatever they like. The other section of the country, when you shake them up. But the problem they face right now, waiting at the fate of the people who don't die. Who that will fight for them? Who that will advocate for them? Who that will give them justice? The one that will pull the trigger will kill. What they will do about their people in day? Which kind of training will they give them? They don't right to take the lives of other people then just like that and just walk away free. I don't think say the people in Asylum deserve that. See, we will come and then media platform there, so we talk, we explain people and we did and we listen. Guess what? The minute they see me out there, they say, oh, this now all that's I need to talk about media platforms about President Bureau or whatever, they'll get rid of them. So these are the things that happens, the pattern of the behavior they are so. You know, the people come to a time where people will say enough is enough and continue to kill you all. But it's sad, so very sad. You talk about training earlier on, training, I don't know, and the brother Jimmy also mentioned about the recruitment, the amount of recruitments that they make into the forces then. What did they tell them people there so? Or they're not training them well enough? Or they actually tell them the commander will do what they do so? So let me look at why we deliberate on this particular thing when it happen. So what did not happen on Makeni don't happen, they don't kill. Now they don't make a state of emergency right now on Makeni, 6 to 6, an indefinite one. We don't know tell you that will stop. How the lives of the people of Makeni get for daylight in the next thing that they do. I talked to a few of them today. Some of them they're lucky for it well Kasara this morning. But just after that, we don't go for work. The one can go back to the market. They won't cook the whole day. Now they won't give them that. Tomorrow, what's going to happen to them? They will be scared for going to the market to go for sell for go buy the stuff there. So this is the situation. And guess what? We are directly involved in this because now we will go for sentence, small thing for the blade capture, small thing for their feeling. You see, we are directly involved and we refrain for their lives. You see? So we don't know how this government wants for all the people of Sierra Leone. Already 2.5 years to go, waiting to happen in the next, remaining years then before elections come. If we don't see a pattern of oppression, arbitrary arresting and killing and all kinds of stuff that happen at the country, we will see for a very long time. So this is really, really actually, and we really need to begin think about how we will be able to engage the people in our soul. But they talk to government minister, somebody who refer to himself as a doctor, they talk that because we're not even finishing in worst exams. People are supposed to be responsible people who to talk with authority, where to make them able to captivate the minds of the people in a very moral standing. They degrade themselves to a level where you don't even believe for say you're actually dealing with somebody who's supposed to hold a position of authority, a position of responsibility. It's shocking. So it's seriously shocking. So let somebody else contribute.
Thank you, sir. So I wonder we kind of like now we analyze the press release, and again we're not gonna blame any media where they look they can say no kill the messenger in terms of the Honorable Minister of Information. Now just read them line by line and then we analyze. Yeah. Government of Sierra Leone press release, the attention of government has has been drawn to issue of public disorder that has led to the potential loss of lives and property destroyed in the city of Makeni, emanating from an attempt by EDSA to relocate of a 1.665 megawatts terminal power generator owned and operated by the authority to Lunge in the northwestern region following stakeholder consultation. So I want to start with that one first. What's in I take? So one is say now disorder, them they say disorder, but obviously they talk about the people, them the reaction, obviously say they don't do consultation with the obviously the heads, them the stakeholders then, and then say lives and property damage. So what's in I don't take for that very first four sentence where I read? What's in I don't take on that?
Consultation to me, the wordings I feel say we they supposed to do, but not placing into consultation. If they may do consultation, they need to go in and let take generator. Number one. Secondly, the signal where the people of Makeni don't give, who they don't hear is rumor. Clearly, don't tell them to say this generator will not for go and for go take am at all. But then choose for go take am the time when they for go take am. We trigger all this resistance, and now they call them disorder or something like that.
Yes, so then it seemed like the way it's written, disorder that lead to the potential loss of lives and property. So from waiting at it take from that, then they look and say, like I can say, for every action there's a reaction or equal action or whatever you want to call them, right? So obviously the attempt, like you say, no look usai for don't look usai boki foot. Now we first analyze who that starts the problem, who that provoke the situation. So the person will go first na Makeni or we then send the messenger. Now go attempt for take provoke them people there with the attempt with them property way, then they look and say na thing way, of course na part of them basic need when a light, right? Then they say then disorder, obviously then react say, well, no one you care then so I guess 9, and they refer to as the disorder. So now we say for argument's sake say then react in a manner where they say, okay, no, we say for the tower, no, you need to take them. The question now what we go further analyze as professionals, men and women in uniform, right? I can always go back again to method of approach, professionalism. You understand? How in I believe say therefore don't handle that, wearing that, or the worst case scenario if they feel say that we don't get to the point where they're not able to handle them again, waiting that they for do without using life bullets. Waiting for be the other option. Come on in, Mr. Jimmy. Okay, Mr. Lawrence coming. Would bring Mr.
Okay.
Mr. Lawrence coming in, sir.
Yeah, if I look at this whole scenario, let's say first the SLPP, and the biggest scenario I look at. The SLPP, they look at saying Anes Kruma was, I'm not so sorry, Tijan Kaba was very, very dull for them. They want a leader like a Madam you. We can preach this violence. We they fight for them. We they give them what they want. Yeah, pauper. That means you don't use the word pauper by force. If they don't give what you want by force, we kill. Don't go to what by force, we imprison. Don't go what you want by force, we exile. Don't go what you want by force, we jail. So that kind of syntax they go on. You got me there?
Yeah.
Give and take to that. Okay, I'll answer your question because if I want to look at a bigger picture. I mean, they give this man a view. Anybody they give them waiting they want. They give Southeasterners waiting they want. The South and the East waiting they want. The South and the East, they try to cajole them. They try to give them like a lullaby. They pray like when Allah say, "When I'm to kill them." You get, yeah. They do like a proper play.
Keep your thoughts right there, sir. I want where would they talk? We talk with authentic evidence. So they play that quick commercial and then would they come right back?
The people of Kailan the people of this country, these are the Kailan runabout currently. As waiting to go on also. The ONS where we get at this town and the council chairman, they want for false curfew on people. They want for false curfew on people. They connive with the soldier, the militaries, for let them down, let them force people and then go down. You get me? So this is the currently as you can see. Yeah, you get a youth man where you get a youth man. Currently, the authorities are intervening. As you can see, as you can see, it's on the rampage. If the authorities don't come in for letting come and cool down the situation, yeah, because currently now the council chairman where they are, and the ONS that they don't create that kind of situation for Winner Kailan. They contradict the president in statement because what the president be saying in the memo where he announced to people, if he say Saturday 11 o'clock, all man for go. All man for the honor curfew. But he said today by 5:30, a taking vehicle, they run behind people and today at this time. So that make way people don't beg, don't come on at all. If you kill them, let them kill them. So as you can see, he gets soldier man now well armed, he gets a policeman where they don't look the situation, say they don't want to take the bad name, they don't withdraw. So they will still get the soldier man on the ground. Yeah. You see people that they run about. These are the people that they run about where are the correct and currently. The people of Kailan, the people of this country, these are the Kailan runabout currently. As waiting to go on also. The ONS where we get at this town.
Fellow Sierra Leoneans, viewers beyond the Sierra Leone community, and I welcome back. I play two commercial for it go back and be like an evidence of what we don't discuss so far. One of which now the youth then of Kailan where them they protest or then reaction say they need agree, we not agree. Then at the end they say Madabio, but then they also get somebody in the background where they say the people that the men and women that in uniform then decide say they're not going to take any force way go against them or kill somebody. So then in an example of what would they say from the south to the north and how then they handle the citizen them. Then the second one, the reason why I played a hand wash, like I said, this president has always been silent, the former president, even when he joined her voice with the sitting president indirectly for promote the importance of hand washing during this pandemic when the coronavirus is still not say a word, but rather say a lead as an example by just not saying anything. The other reason why I commend them, we don't see in a case where they go and take all in security guard at some point. It still decides say stay calm and stay cool and go about in business. On countless occasions, then they insult them, whether not indirectly, directly, in family member people. Them we don't hear them audio than they. When a very ugly audios them where it be saying okay, no respect for former presidents. If even you are to criticize or I believe say for doing so constructively. So we don't hear them, we don't see them they. During the Ebola epidemic, we don't see where a president they cry. Where they can say in most cases man they for them show the emotion very hard. For that I commend that guy, and then he go back again publicly and say I'm sorry to Sierra Leoneans them. You understand? We not ever hear with all this thing where they happen, where have life they lost. His Excellency the current president will go left for Yeri that day where you go say I'm sorry for whatever has happened. But many Sierra Leoneans they still look and say the pandemic road saga, it happened. No speech, no apology, nothing. That's not other example where everyone bring to the table. Mr. Lawrence, I know so you be the talk. Come back in, sir.
Yes, what I say is, it's like a vendetta. It's like it. It's like tribalism. It's like regional. I hate to say tribalism. I hate tribalism. Bad one. There's sometimes because the people that we meet associate with, I associate with. I go out to academy, they can say I'm in the college. I go through the college. Most of my friends, and I don't care about tribe. I don't care about regionalism. I don't know something about self. As long as you share me views and visions and stuff, they are my friend. But the point I want to make here is, it is like an attack. Not to like it's an attack on the north and the west. Like the man power win election. He want to create that fear. That makes you see like it goes say that I go take the machine. Whether we need the machine or not, because there are a lot of possibilities. You get new machine, we don't go take away. We APC will bring new machine. Like if you want to go say okay, Lungi is a priority, no we Lungi. It goes down in north because it goes down in north, Makeni to be precise, because they want to silence them. It goes down in north, Makeni to be precise, okay, the Kofiana, right? I don't get the Kofiana. Don't make come and they want kill. It's also a rampage. It goes down for go suck blood, for go kill. Nobody's questioning him. I don't think that like I keep on our social I go do. I go solution I go do. I get suffering 6 to 6 for waiting. Consider 6 o'clock to 6 o'clock for waiting. You cannot provide for the people. You cannot give them. Now you don't go take the machine. Would I go and shut them for the electricity? So they get black out for protest. Yeah, the ex-president did it. Like with one respect. You know, look at constituency 110 because when you talk about this regionalism. Look at constituency 110 election. Then go, you see the minister going mask the box. You see the policeman and the all them go, they don't do nothing. They don't sack nobody. It's like an affront. It's like FTI. It's like another respect for the Northwest. The respect for the people in the Southeast. Continue look at say the Northwest during the election period, I will set confusion. I will harass them. I will threaten them because I will win power. And they can't tell them the Southeast, the electricity, they know the ration they will vote for her. They're not going to happen, no. But I know you win or you don't win, you go. Because you're not respecting people in lives, not respecting people in property, not respecting, because this is Sierra Leone now we talk about too. And then you don't want to Makeni back, you don't want to kill about 4 people in a two say. Because I know they go above what the official government say. They don't keep in a house with 6 to 6. Sembe Usman and got bits of wood and Peter Abraham in my boy that consequently said when you push the people into the wall, and the rebellion are the answer, and the people are going to rebel. What will happen at Makeni? They don't begin to say the people and disobey. What do you mean they disobey? Disobey what? To say no, you don't take a machine. Don't go again the son. I go to the room, I go take the television. If they protest, simple protest. So you need to slap them, say shut up, or shut up. The table close are getting them boss and how they show them mama. Look what they don't do. They don't boss the table. Samuel Silva made me laugh. Because they're children. Children for be disobedient sometimes. Children for but you have to look at this the way in which which policeman, the policeman, the soldier man, what is soldier man they go for a live bullet? I just saw that video and show you say that they even the cost the people and mama themselves. When waiting up himself that APC office, we get this guy in the call that Lawrence Liman, they walk out the man and go boss from go last to host them. Like it's like rebellion. Then they are like, madam. Madam, you have lost it. You cannot provide for our people. You cannot provide for the people the basic needs, the basic necessities. We're not saying we're objecting to you as a government. No, if you provide for the people, then if you give the people what they want, we will praise you. If you don't give the people what they want, they won't continue for harass them and intimidate them. They will agree. You know they are happy. You're ready for die for the people. You stand for the people. And we fact that. So the fact here is sorry around the other people in charge. That Learning Foundation. The fact here is this SLP people bring another bill because they look at the Jan Kabbalah, the foundation that was the Jan Kabbalah was cool. But that bill now in the give the Southeasterners waiting they want. So if you look at the Southeasterners they united for vote for her. The Northwest no go want Mother bill. The one they will vote for her and the Northwest in the areas they don't want they will vote for her. That's what they do so. Like other people in chance for talk.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Jimmy, come on in. No, on mute again. Yeah, there we go.
You see, me try for limit my discussion to what happen on Makeni, and sometimes we riot of this nature happen and not say they can give coffee for the meantime. But something will happen. A lot of arrests don't happen now. Regardless of the lives that we don't go, the innocent soul that we don't go, and the one that we seriously damage, they said they're in that kind of critical situation right now, they're still in the hospital, then busy now to go and arrest major people. in the interest say na big guns and they behind them. From that day, now get for subject to other thing now, we go bigger than what you they talk about now, yeah. This is a test case. Now let's make example of constituency 110. The most bloody election we made ever hear and see. Because they run at a loss, they turn the result down. But the international community or the people of Sierra Leone, then they bounce back small. I tell you, see something that follow start and think somebody react, Lucia react, Makeni self will bounce back. I'm afraid if they continue the arrest people away, they don't see in the street and then they take phone, but when they tell me their own phone, and they look you. This have this first phone me run so yes, they run go like us. For go put in family, the whole family under pressure. The whole land they go knock and sell. Whole land they go knock and sell. Yes, saying they charge them for malicious damage and so many other things will don't happen. And gross misbehavior or misconduct where they do. Just like what the minister say in that first statement where he reads to. They don't get any other thing for right then and talk say that misconduct. And the misconducts are from both sides, from them, from the youth then. So then they share the responsibility. All man the two things. You know. So now that can really make you analyze that. The misconduct are from both sides. Yeah. And the president will come on now and cry down in minister or the entire ministry down for this kind of thing. But if you listen, can just say they brag of them. Say yes, I give the instruction for let them go take the machine because of this. Come on, how you go talk that kind of way? It's too authoritative. Like saying you buy tells you have coming for safekeeping.
And as a matter,
you follow the procedures. So like that.
Yes, for the Sierra Leoneans, they were not able for a year that I go play them. But I want to play another critical submission of one of we fellow Sierra Leonean we been there at the scene. Unfortunately, this man even a covering face, I guess for your own safety reason. Hold on 1 second, guys.
Like kick the bobo back because say look this bastard to kill. Say you just swear. What did bobo do? What did bobo do? We make it bastard before not the taker. Okay. If you never televise. Okay. Because what they do say you know like what did they do? What did they do? The bobo there. No, what did bobo me the snap for? What did the video happy? The car na go. Na dey maru pass all that.
A rather unfortunate. So this person like a eyewitness person where been they talk to, I guess they assume saying one of the media houses them. So basically they say that the resident minister been they give order for them alleged for them shoot one of the citizens and because it may they televise or a video with him may they happen. And unfortunately as they do they really gunshot sound now the background say then they afraid say then they come. So it's just rather unfortunate. Come back in Mr. Jimmy. I don't know if you've done now call Mr. Lawrence.
Yes, well, I mean, don't actually land on that.
Okay, wonderful.
I just don't get a bite of them.
Okay, good. Perfect. Now play this audio where you've been they refer to where the submission of the gentleman where they refer to.
Good morning to my people of this wonderful forum. Normally, certain things the way they go on social media sometimes we can listen and not respond. But there are certain things that are very sensitive. You know, even our political leaders, then when people they misinform people at times, we correct them right there. I just want to react.
Yes, I want to hear what in they say. Then I play back another one where another citizen they come back again and challenge them. So basically, they say X, Y, and Z. So I wanted to hear your own point of view. Now it could be a balance. You understand? Then somebody else gets a statement where they challenge them too.
To this audio, this person saying, where they call it a political thinker or whatever. I talk from an informed background. Me na Honorable Kekura Siva and the way I commonly call Kenzo. Of course, me a stakeholder in the energy sector. I happen to be the energy committee chairman now the House of Parliament in the Sierra Leone Parliament. As I talk so, we even dey out on track. We go Kabala, we be Kabbalah day before yesterday. There is an agreement where President Bill don't say that the government will electrify 6 district headquarter towns. There's 6 district headquarter towns, 1 na Kabala, 2 na Kambia, 3 Moyamba, 4 Pujeon, 5 Kailaon, 6 Bond. So the procurement process don't go on, but the Ministry of Energy thought and fit say, since these are the people them projects that then communities here then for happen, we can be they bring the contractors there, they can sign the contract in the presence of the people and hand over the contractors to the people them way then for work for. We do the one at Kabbalah before yesterday. We come out Kabbalah yesterday, we can Cambia and we do Cambia the yesterday, we sleep na Cambia. As I talk to you now, we just pass Mashaka with the go Moyamba for go do Moyamba the room. Then we sleep na road today tomorrow we Kailan for do Kailan the room. Of course, Pujeon and Bonds the room maybe will come after 2 or 3 weeks because the procurement thing in the looks get some procurement issues. They're not able to arrive at the cost, so then we therefore re-advertise them. What make I give at this background? Now for now, talk no say I talk from an informed background as a senior energy stakeholder. What happened exactly now? Makeni. Of course, Makeni they get sustainable light. Makeni they enjoy electricity past any other town in this whole country. One of the reasons because now from the Bumbuna hydro, then they get power. And the Bumbuna hydro they run right around the year, dry season, rainy season. During the rainy season, the output level of Bumbuna can go 48-50 megawatts. But during the dries, it drop onto 8 megawatts. But no matter how it drop it up to 8 megawatts, Makeni they still get the balance with the left, now then they transmit go Freetown. So Makeni is almost always on light. But don't forget, there are 2 standby generators where they be not procure. One thing I want to correct now, not a president, Kuruma pull money in pocket buyer, and a government purchaser. Of course, if you didn't have power, then tell the but I know then tell like now being personal something. It's not personal at all. Government procure 2 machines, 2 standby machines. But listeners, anybody who are level-headed people, we be down at district headquarter towns and within the language, they don't get machine at all. They not get generation, they not get generators at all. But this one we in the enjoy 24-hour life from the hydro, they still buy 2 machines, they go put on there, they say a standby. I still have no problem with that. Now, what's happened? The 2 machines now the international entry point in Sierra Leone when a lungi, they don't go down. 3 machines will not go down. Then 3 machines here will be not go down. The EGTC Director General Military Engineer Military Goodbye send a team for let them go do comprehensive assessment. They don't go do assessment on the machines there. They don't prepare 2 machines been then a Kintom. 2 generators been then a Kintom. Where they don't park over how many years? They don't fix them generators and they don't care. One go na Lunge, then the other one then the planner for car and go Lunsa or elsewhere. They don't care and go Lunge. But that one way don't care go na Lunge not go to. So what did the minister here in team do? Then dispatch senior staff then at the Ministry of Energy for go engage stakeholders in the Makeni. Where now the mayor in foot them go sit down na Makeni with all other stakeholders, they engage, they tell them say, since Lunge airport they can't open, we get 1 machine but you no go do. Tentatively, but government they put modalities in place for like fixed light for Lunge themselves. But tentatively, since this might spend 2 machines here they are, then they on standby, and we are not the user now. Let we take 1, let we go solve Lunge them problem. Don't forget not to go in the counter, not to carry them in the car and go. These are sister districts. We say we will not say but that thing at this country but snack. Then we say we will not say we will not let we save. We will get 24-hour light from the Bumbuna hydro. Then we will get 2 standby generators. Then we just take 1, count and a Lunge, let we solve Lunge problem. While Lunge them the non-government of procure lunge in your machine now, then we will return with a machine back. Then when that meeting was held in Makeni, I make a talk authoritatively. And the non-government not just grab no more, ministry not just grab no more for go take that incline just tell it for puna commodity. Then the point of correction again, I'm not let them refer to as saying that the property. These are government property, now government procure. Government get right for saying on any side. What is important, when una want light, una get light. Government they provide light for una. If now even assume say Bubuna don't go down, those generators they not go able run past government. This government I go buy fear for go put a day. Not to no other person will put money in pocket for buy fear for put a day. It happen to all other generating machines. Now government they procure for let them go put fear inside it. So then go for go take this machine because they don't engage the stakeholders. As I talk, the APC Secretary General, the Minister of Energy spoke to the APC Secretary General as well on this matter. The Minister also called the Mayor one-on-one beside this meeting, a teller, because they're not the stakeholder, they're not the place there. You know, but you know, when we not sincere to reset in this country, when something they happen with the politicizing. So they don't go for take this machine out for crown when the international entry point to the country. Now they this kata down for them yesterday. The youth they say they not agree. But me don't say not to youth there no more. You got big bones where they behind this thing. But we start the question there. That man, this man where they talk so. Anybody with a sensible person. Why this riot go broke SLPP party office now? What the SLPP party office get for doing this? If vendetta not inside this thing, maybe something agenda not inside this thing. But when they send a message and at the public, they we self want for them to inform the public at times, waiting exactly happen, the true story of the whole matter. Maybe by today, tomorrow, next tomorrow, we'll go see and live on AYV, we'll go see the Ministry of Energy stakeholders, then they will explain the details sooner. Because I see, you know, they can be, I see AYV being ready, and they try for interview the minister on this. Sometimes for today to tomorrow, we'll go see and read the true story about the whole thing. The permanent secretary himself ready for attesting now because I even lead the team for let them go Kenema, Makeni rather. So now the problem now when they let people not make as if then they terrorize and then they do no, that's not true. It's not true at all. So this my brother will send this message, not to correct information on that one day. Thank you very much. Good morning.
So listeners, we'll get another call, but I want to know we analyze the statement of the gentleman. One say they not seem like for say they terrorize them, but again, evidence speak for itself. Life they don't lost, where could have been prevented. That's one. Secondly, from in submission in terms of waiting in the example for say this additional backup, okay, that could be understandable, but at the same time we question here is that if even in speak with stakeholders also including the youth then we get for stand up and say, oh, we don't want this thing go, how much they're able to engage them people, then they for make sure say the message sink in for let them know say there's no malice behind them borrowing this equipment. And also, do they specify how long they go able for borrow this? Then they borrow this equipment and then bring them back. In the example of Mr. Wankansu, I don't know if not Mr. Jimmy, one of them, I think it was Mr. Wankansu, where he's saying the one in terms of Kono, they said that they can borrow them for a short term. You understand, for able for use and for a short-term gold and then return and back. Up till now, it was never returned. So in that example, we they assume say it was one of the reasons why the youth them also were concerned say this not only a temporal thing, this could be a permanent thing in a way of depriving them. And the gentleman also make an example say this equipment not belong to the people them, now government it belong to. At the end of the day, whatever is generated in Sierra Leone, it belongs to Sierra Leoneans. And if that equipment they say not to the then president in money he used, obviously, but then it be making specifically for that location day. So if you want can use then your location, you get for respect them. Just like if you go make Kailan Court Barre, Kailan Hospital, Kailan Stadium, then enough for Kailan people them. The Makeni people they know will say they go and take thing at Kailan without they not get the respect or put her in a peaceful manner, and for say they can't lend in a Court Barre na or they bring and come back. But if Makeni people then come, they can say they can't lend in a Court Barre or in a stadium, whether in a leka or not pauper, then of course the Kailan people then they say get right for stand up for say no, yes, we are brothers and sisters then, but you get for give respect. So I want to look into in that way. So again, you know they try for solve problem for deprive one for take to another, even though in this case from in submission there's this not extra thing, but still not the method of approach and the way about who then do things. If even if you want to do this, I believe say therefore don't give an amount of like at least 2 weeks for them, they know say they don't really engage them people they are so before they make that kind of critical decision they or critical action they where in return bring a negative reaction where as a result not save life but yet a perish life. So having said that, I want to also play the response. I don't know if I want to come in before I play the response of one of the other citizens where also challenge the statement of this man. I don't know if I want to come in, Mr. Wanka, so you want to come in before I play him?
Well,
Now go ahead.
Yeah, no,
okay, I know say I did taking and I did taking a notes. Okay, go ahead. Come in, sir. Come in. Yes.
Yeah. When you listen to the guy, if understand you talk about you see some of them I mean are under develop you know that development before they carry the two machine at that township day, we do assess the need of that township. That two machine for their standby. The manager say the thing they come out from some percent, they go to 8%. How 8% will be for supply the one who township. So the two machine for always there as what? Is standby. So they don't allow you for take nothing. So government will keep saying that they will take nothing they say. Because that's where they left this, where they put this one. Yeah, it serves a purpose for the people that will be comfortable. They always will be comfortable. So the way they can't tell me say they for go take a government property. No, it is meant for the guy say it is meant for Makeni. Nobody for go take up anything.
Correct. Government government gets fund for different district or whatever or locations them. So waiting is designed for Freetown. It's designed for Freetown. Waiting is designed for Kono. Is designed for Kono. Like I give the example, if Makeni people they want go lend something at Kailan, they for respect the people. Then they go no more say power. They for take them thing and day. But if you decide for go take her in a very aggressive and violent manner, and the Kailan people then decide for stand up for themselves, then I believe saying that them right, and as a result, the Makeni people then for able for talk to them, calm them down without the use of violence. Having said that, make I play the respond or the challenge statement from another citizen.
Yeah, I reply to you, but when I do that, and I will talk back to the youth then. Tell them, say, well, maybe when I wait, when I get misinformation, I could tell you now, which is another thing. Communication, they go far. And you just use guns. That's what I'm saying. If you listen or you read in the literature, communication is very important. You cannot use guns. Guns is for war. When we're not at war, in the way, the manner we address, it's very, very warlike. You cannot talk like that. If you want peace, you speak peaceful. You cannot go around and talk like that. The stakeholders, the one who wouldn't do under this and this, that, no. If you want to say your conscience clear, just speak with a clear conscience. You know, there's nothing to hide. Speak with a plain and clear conscience. Nobody will go no right for kill people picking. If you get picking and go shoot them, you get to talk and not talk say, not to them buy the gas, not to them get her. The generator, everybody get her. I mean, what is everybody's new man? I mean, taxpayers, money. And you cannot speak like that. It's very disrespectful. Please, we don't have to talk to each other. We are brother's keeper. Respect takes us a long way. After today, that government today can come out, this government can come back. But we're still brothers and sisters. And I think we go a long way. We don't have a monarchy, a saloon, and that would never happen. We have to take time. At the beginning, they will talk to them before you use violence. And Kanja, you not to do that. I'm really, really disappointed at you from the beginning to the end with all things that we used to do. I'm really disappointed. You call yourself Badingo Chief, and that's not the way. I know from number one, we are warriors, Badingo warriors, but we use wisdom. We are the wisest people in the world. And we are, we know how to communicate. We know how to talk. And I say I'm again, nobody know that this world have to talk like Madigo man. So you can use that instead of using violence. But what you do in this world, you get to pay. You do mean things, you get to pay. You think you have the power, you don't have any power. You're powerless. After today, you're nobody.
Silent for kindly hold, please.
Be careful of what you do in Kanja. Change your ways. You cannot use guns. You don't have that right.
At the pause and quick, we'll get a call. Salon for Voice for All Network Television. Kindly identify yourself, please.
Hello?
Yes, sir. Go ahead. With a listen. Welcome.
Okay.
What's your name and where you call from?
Yeah, this is BK to talk.
Oh, BK. Welcome, sir.
Okay.
So today, if you make confusion after the
Hello. First and foremost, I want to condemn what happened today. It was very wrong.
Thank you.
Very, very wrong. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mr. Vin, you have my own page, you see all things, I just condemn everything, What did the Ministry of Information they do, Masalo?
I think
therefore inform the people of the Makeni, stakeholders, them tell and say, okay, now this one can do.
Yeah.
Youth them, tell them that this one can do.
Yeah.
Better are we as okay now this. We don't cut on a light, but one thickness must stand, one of them must stand by generator them, coming up a block of Benedict light. But officers rally.
Excellent.
President Bio got a lot to do. A minister them, an officer they do what they're supposed to do. And then who can this? Una Makeni look for, they say 4 people lost their life. For the 4 civilians they lost their life. On a big deal. Fear.
So now, unfortunately, it's alleged that it's about 50. But again, we're not going to play with the numbers here. It's alleged. We're going to use the word alleged. But first and foremost,
but for none of 4, then see.
Yeah, okay, 4. Okay. So now God bless you. First of all, where you acknowledge, say, one Sierra Leonean pain, now we all young pain. Any life will lost, now a life too many. You understand, eh?
Better pass the life, one life better pass the road of nothing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm glad because this Mr. BK also now a strong supporter of the Sierra Leone People's Party. Yes. But when he speaks so I'm glad because now that we get for the do.
Yes.
Regardless of your political affiliation, we life matter. If somebody they go attack person because na SLPP, we go condemn them still. So I appreciate that. Hold on, Mr. BK. Somebody they call. Hold on, sir. Hold on, yeah?
Okay.
Hold on, sir. Salon for All, Voice for All, Network Television. Kindly hold, okay?
Good evening.
Yes, sir. Okay, well, go ahead, Mr. BK, the waits. Yeah. Welcome. Kindly identify yourself. Who's side they call from?
I call from United Kingdom.
Okay.
Me na former Councillor Abdulkarim Samura, popularly known as Councillor Container.
Okay. Welcome, Mr. Container. Thank you for your time. Welcome.
I want to make, because myself don't want to be an elected member to free tongue before I come to the UK.
Okay.
I don't listen to the minister, Kanja, what he say.
Yes, sir.
And I be do follow up live today because I been call video call when the riot with the gun from yesterday night.
Okay.
You play a video where they show a clear indication to all Sierra Leone and them women abroad for say this government not only they put division at the country, but they create a lot of problems. A simple example, we see them put coronavirus laws them. Kailao them protest, including the mayor of Kailao join the protests. So Jamane and man them all man team up. Arat herself do not kill and day. A commot day, a gonna bottom. We see under this COVID-19, both school they organize jogging. Then jog got across bow. Then provide security for them back. Nothing or not do them. But anything we get for do with western area and the north, it will always result into blood for later on gone. And this thing is something where they well planned because according to the source we may gather, they set up the thing and then give instruction because the residential minister when Abu, they be not make and clear by one of in video them. I feel I don't know you not play that video, they back let people then see them.
Oh yes.
For say if the people then try them, then try the government, then go kill them. And indeed, in statement don't come to pass today.
Absolutely.
They don't do the action of what he been say as a residential minister. If you don't provide, the minister they talk about na taxpayers' money. Now taxpayers' money, but each and every district been get what they be allocated to them. If this one they be allocated for Makeni, the government wants them for taken from Makeni. The government they fail for realizing big politician they always a servant of the people. If the people then, when are they you represent as a government, you want to take something for them, they don't say no, we not agree. Peacefully, which you go do as the government will plan for let you country will move forward, you go left them and continue for engage stakeholders. Them. Let the stakeholders them for tell the people them exactly waiting at the dialogue, waiting at the outcome of the dialogue. But if the people in the protest for their human rights as citizens, them we send the politicians they say go represent we. Waiting leap for let them go kill the Rakairo and kill them so.
Yeah.
Because they don't get no tangible evidence for say, then take any stone and stone policeman, or then beat policeman, or then do policeman anything. We for make for lead for let them go kill them. And then I watch with AYV they interview the regional commander. The regional commander say they deny say no to them. Then the police are not to the police and kill the people then. It's in a tear gas canister, they know what they use. But live cartridge they know them people are gone. All of them tears so they go on our country, my sister.
Sad.
This is a clear indication for them. So then people are not planned for let that country they go before. All in the plan is and for let the country continue for them in chaos so that they will continue for do them criminal activities them and reach themselves and left the country in limbo like how they may do in the MPRC era.
We pray that not going to be the case in this, hopefully for the next, moving from this unfortunate incident, but it has been too many and we need for speak now firm for not and here we cry. Many go say, oh, because not of my own political party or not of my family member, so you give a damn, but it shouldn't be that way. It should not be that way.
Definitely.
It should not be
that
way.
Definitely.
Even you political
and this
party,
finally we take this thing like how we take that Kajija a rape protest.
Yeah.
Let the whole Sierra Leonean community home and abroad take this as a concern. This thing only go out of hands. And kill people in a prison like how you talk the president make statement the other day, you not talk about you not condemn nothing up till now. Take to a presidential speech in a parliament. You not measure nothing of that riot today. We see people and become displaced where they went out and a book and then kill people and they rape them. Then go enough for them a machine as displaced in the young country. The president make a whole statement during inauguration. You know, condemn that, you know, say a word. So all of the actions, then I think the way they say before it come to reality. Because even before all the they go on, there is a video where the president they talk say he no go lay complain. Now in support of them complaining for Cali. And we see how they rule with people that in the country. It's like say we get for rise up as a nation for make this man who say not powerful. They are powerful president in Africa or in PTC, then superpower. Today, they know who side and they. We therefore send a signal, let this man who say enough is enough. People, their life is very important. They don't elect them for can't kill people them like they kill them. So let's say na animal then.
Well stated, sir. I really, really appreciate you call. If you get any other thing for add, will you forget after you hang up, you're welcome to call back, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir. Okay. Mr. BK, I'm not sure if he... Okay. Mr. BK. Mr. BK, thank you so much for your patience. Go ahead, sir. Yes, Mr. BK. Can you hear me? Hello, Mr. BK? Hello? Yes, sorry, sir. Thank you for your patience. Go ahead. We will get another call.
Okay, first and foremost, I want to condemn the act of the police, you know.
Yes.
That's not ever necessary, you know, because anybody that are Makeni is live and die.
That's good.
Anybody that are Bo is live and die. Anybody that Kenema people is live and die, you know. You know, I blame the communication department or units of the power of government. You know what I mean? They for don't sell in the information at the pool of Makeni. Say, okay, we can't take this. For who this, you know, therefore don't make phone calls. Then.
Yeah, Mr. BK, you make great points. Can I ask you something? Like,
yes.
Now we take the information department out of the equation for a minute, right? And now we engage the leader. You understand? Because let's say they assume say, then people they're not gonna just take because it don't become a habit now. They're not gonna just take live bullets and begin they kill people them without they not get permission from the head.
So
right?
Okay.
The reason the reason
I'm not gonna blame I'm not gonna blame President New for that.
Okay.
You know why? Because in a president,
yeah,
you don't use the cabinet. Say you handle this, you handle that.
Okay.
But the Ministry of Information and Communication.
Give me 1 second on land, yeah? The reason why we go still put the blame, when everything happened at the then administration, we focus was with the lead, the head, when His Excellency Dr. Ines Baikoma. The reason why we go hold her accountable is in the example of the Pademba Road. We make that comparison as that of the George Floyd incident in America, right? Where it happened, they hold them police officer, then they accountable. They release them on duty when they see say the people them voice matter, because if they will not be stand for the right cause.
But the people not black. But the people don't blame Donald Trump for that.
No, 1 second. No, 1
second. I don't want to blame.
Give me 1 second. Let me land, yeah?
Okay.
Then do the right thing.
Okay,
then hold them accountable. Then put them behind bar. Then, then they attend court, so on and so forth. So now, if the president is not in favor of waiting to happen to we fellow Sierra Leonean, it go take a stand wherein those people it go release them of their duty, and then go also hold them accountable for the lives that were lost. But if that's not the case, then history they continue for repeat itself. Then that's why we go hold them accountable.
I'm not blame the president for what happened in Senate, because like in a president, you don't appoint ministers, appoint all other for take control. You know, of course, you know go expect the president for come out na freedom car, you know. But the Ministry of Information and Communication for those relates to the people of Makeni, they won't take. Yes, and
so let me give you another example. Even though you still not hold the president accountable, when we been get this gentleman we been gonna the Republic of Liberia. Now one of he's an activist too, you know, wearing Idena Sona Philadelphia, right, or Pennsylvania. So then he left now, God be make he able for escape, he can land na Sierra Leone. When he can na Sierra Leone, the president understand in situation, Liberia be wanting they send him back there. But the president said no, he protected you understand? So he even make live all the live show where they give with detail. He said the president said no, they're not, they send her back to Liberia, and everything what they do, then they engage the president. Not been in at the country at that time, it been travel outside of the country. But every decision where they want take, then they consult them, then they give the last word. You understand? Hence the reason why I make that good example there as to saying that there's nothing where them then officer they are go do without the knowledge of a president. Or let's say, for argument's sake, if you not get any knowledge, 1 second, if you not get any understanding of it, then history not going to repeat itself, because not only the other day them bury them, Pademba Road victims them. So why if we continue?
Okay, as I said, I make a clear the president make it change the Minister of Information and Communication, because like he's not doing job.
I don't want to blame that guy. I'm not gonna blame him because he has nothing. He's
harmless. You know what? Go blame him. You know what? Okay. You don't go blame him because like you job done it.
So now we put no. Okay, give me 1 second, sir. Before we blame the Minister of Information, no, we blame the resident minister. When I in there physically, when I supposed to make sure say the right thing is done.
Abu, it's innocent. You see, Abu,
how can you say that when another eyewitness individual
the Minister of Information and Communication.
Impossible. No.
Salon a population of 7 million people. Pennsylvania is a population of more than 7 million people.
Yes.
New York is a population of more than Sierra Leone. You know what I mean? Why you not be able like send people for educate the people and Makeni say okay now.
So what about the one where they physically were assigned to that place? Physically, the resident minister. So he's more. It gets more significant role for play than the one where they call and they talk over the phone for say X, Y, and Z. The resident minister where they assigned it physically. Now if we don't make sure say the lives then safe, life and property, but life suppress anything else. Property we can replace, but life we cannot replace. So again, I go say we're not gonna blame the information minister compared to that of the resident minister.
In terms of communication and information of the country, if the president want to go take, or if the government or whatever want to go take generator and Makeni, they for make a centralization program for the people. It's okay. Now Makeni will get like 24 hours. We're going to standby generators, you know what I mean? But one can take one for Kago local. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, the for tell them one program, so people associate this that what is a democracy, bro?
Yeah.
America worldly.
Yeah, but when you look
at democracy, no more participate too.
Yeah.
For local get light, no April, never get light with one generator.
Yeah.
You know, for which force is very wrong. Me are against that. Me not to you.
Absolutely.
But the only one they die, I'm one of them. It's very wrong.
Absolutely.
Yes. So me are they blaming the Ministry of Information and Communication and the job that.
Thank you so much.
I don't blame Madam Madam is okay answer. You don't appoint as a Minister of Information and Communication. If anyone do that, they say, okay, Mr. Minister, this one we do. You get unit step. Makeni, tell us, okay, go to a radio station, educate the people, and tell us, this you want to do, now this you want this, now this you want that. When they people right to, they go understand because the people are all lack of education. Say, oh, they got to go to the generator, we don't get light again tomorrow, we don't get light next. Who don't have them without light? Don't talk to me.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. I respect you.
So
even though I don't agree with you, but I respect your view.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Now bring me panelists then back. Thank you.
Okay, no problem.
If you need to add more, feel free for call, yeah?
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah. So panelists, so basically me, I go still stand with I don't know what's in our own point of view or in our own how in a Siam, but the information minister do in your parts, the resident minister in there physically, you understand? So me in this case, I not go blame the information minister, but rather the one where did it physically, where we don't also make some threats, and then the threats now don't come to reality and they don't come to passing. So I don't know what I think. Mr. Wankin, so come on in, sir.
First of all, I don't listen to the gentleman's submission.
Yeah.
I'm surprised for you. They say leadership not for be blamed. Any government official appointed by the leader, anything will happen, the leadership, they take the glory and they take the blame. If you know they blame the leader, that means say the leader is not responsible. And now this now we don't see the pattern of irresponsible behavior by this government. Now the one that they support, they say they're not blame the president for when something good happen at the country. You read in the Allah they take glory for that. But when something like this they happen, you say you need to blame the government, you need to blame the leadership. When last or whenever you see President Bio come out there and give a speech for where somebody died or when they kill somebody in the streets, innocent person, when he don't come out and talk to the people of Sierra Leone or condemn any atrocity will not happen at the country, we can give you countless, count of things that will not happen at the country where innocent people don't die. When President Kibio don't ever come and say this are condemnable, that's alone, that inaction is an action of irresponsibility. So I don't want to let any Sierra Leonean, despite your party affiliation, to come out and say you need to blame President Bio. Please don't let that. Understand? The life of that one person when I was student, that Bobo within a Makeni wouldn't kill when I was student. What they can't hear so. All it's sad for let somebody they come for can say blame minister, blame this, blame that. No. You appoint them, but we execute certain stuff they want to say. Secondly, they get cabinet briefing. Apart from cabinet briefing, they also get memos that they send from place to place, ministry to ministry. Any action we go for, we take. They give briefing, they give authority, they give whatever. So if we don't make mistakes on side, now the president in rights for sack that person day, or for take action against that person day. Now that department day, let me and you know as Sierra Leoneans will say this president is responsible. But if the president don't take no action, event after event, people did die. Nothing did happen. They didn't do nothing about it. President did come out even for a speech. For address the situation, for let he at least put the people and ask them at ease. And when it happened, then you say you need to blame the president for that. I find that very, insulting, to be honest, as a Sierra Leonean. You see, not go to the speech we might talk about anyway, the press release with the guy they talk about. First of all, I pick one word they will use. We say potential loss of lives. You
potential,
understand?
yes. Yes, in other words,
I don't know much of an English.
Yes.
I don't know much English. But we say potential loss of lives. I feel say that's who life the more already lost. But they're not going to be potentially lost. You understand? People don't die already. You understand? This thing will happen, so life don't die. People don't go. You understand? So that word potential, not be saying what they do, but you know what you need to do? These people are clever, they're not fools. This is a government press statement where they come out and then they send out the international community and see them because they know say the international community they study them kind of thing also. So they try to cover some of them words in there, so use certain words them for cover up the situation, like say not to say it happened, but that what they are the question that put it at the underliner. He mentioned in that press statement as well, say 2 generators in the data kingdom when they repair. Then one of them go na Lungi. Whatever happened to the one within na Lungi, we don't know. Understand? We then send na Lungi back to go replace that old DD, we don't know. Then he mentioned say 2 Dana Makeni standby. That means say the 2 that really work like they really serve, but the Bongo and you I do and they serve Makeni. So the other 2 then don't standby. That I will question that. Understand? I believe say there's one standby when the Bongo and you low, then they use the other one wrong. Understand? The other one really wrong when the Bongo and you don't know. So for say 2 day on standby, I don't want to buy into that.
So-
But since then they drop, that day I don't not a problem.
So in other words, like it did it like where one failed, then I need to kick up right away for
Yeah, the Bongo and you in the way they supply to the Bongo and everything, we say we go low, then they use the other one automatically go for one. That's a standby. It
Okay.
operates.
So it's
You
so
don't just put your 2.
so in
Yeah,
that
put on it.
case, then there's no way then for Pulam. In other words, right?
The pull and the Makeni will suffer blackout.
Yes. Okay. So go
The
ahead.
pull and the is obvious. Makeni will suffer blackout.
Yeah.
And they talk about government they buy fuel for put for give the people. What did they talk? Now rhetoric, now rubbish. Because the people they pay answer. Each and every person when they use electricity na country they pay high bills for them to get the electricity supply. So they talk about government and they pay the person and favor they do the people they for buy fuel and put that in generator, they run the generator for them for free. No, the people they pay for that. Extra, they make profit out of what the people they pay. Understand? Not to tell the guy they can talk to people like as fools that they talk to. Okay? Then there's another thing also where he mentioned about government procurement, for government buy this thing. It suits them for talk about continuity, government continuity. But when it not suits them, then they're ready for cancel all the other government projects they don't left. Then they can continue and just cancel everything. But now if they talk about this like government ban, not just a commander and it's command pocket or go ban with the people and everything. You see, but at the end of the day, what has it got to do with Makeni if put no gets generator problem?
Yeah.
You know, it has nothing to do with Makeni.
Yeah.
Understand? When I get enough money, when I decide to use that money to buy taxi motor car,
That's exactly what I want to say. Solution. Solution.
Yes.
Wasn't that
you
something?
prioritize.
Mhm.
You get to prioritize. You think so we do.
Yes.
If you know say they can open the airport very soon and generate all the day what you need for run the airport and stuff like that. Then when they go now, people are go buy taxi cars then. We and they can begin to display, they get block like the country. Why you don't use them for buy one generator? Sell one of the cars they buy generator. At least then they will able to offset the problems in a
Mr. Wanka, so that's an excellent one. So even let's say like one, if before we buy 30, so because we also talk about solution or giving we own advice because every voice matter, you know. Before instead of that 30, could it have been that therefore we just don't make it maybe minimize them to maybe even 20 or 25 and then use that money there for bring that generator the like how you say where they no say they go need in the future where at the end of the day for don't save a lot of lives and if we don't help for promote the national cohesion where we all the fit for. I don't know what you think.
They don't even need a single vehicle. They don't even need a single car. They're always talking about this constraint about people going from one district to another. But what do we think? You know, this is all just way for them. You waste the money and do what you need for do with them. At the end of the day, if you really talk about health support from the international community, when this health money come, why not buy hospital beds? Why not buy hospital equipment?
Yeah.
No, see the equipment there. When you go down to carry and come from the country, we're going to bulldoze traffic. The block for the minister the paso.
Mr. Wankisu, somebody call in. They bring you back in, sir. Kindly identify yourself, please, and which side you call from. Welcome to Salon.
Yeah, Mina Unique Limbaman.
Oh, Mr. Unique Limbaman, welcome, sir.
Yeah,
You've been there with me the other day.
I call from Maryland.
Okay, welcome, sir. Welcome. Go ahead and land.
It was very sad and pathetic for the loss of lives and way we see again today.
Yeah, I know.
You know, but not a thing we all for the doubt of, because the resident minister Abu been on talking. He say I go making a mama then wear black.
Yeah.
Where them in suspend them. Just because they want to do something like this, then call them back, you understand, for short action. But I know one thing we mad at you, SLPT government, then get something up their sleeves. In the case that Tijan Kaba, where did they go? A left handing over note. Where they been there, now the public know about them. Now, due to the handing over note, now in an schema, take work, finish Tijan Kaba work, then implement in own work them. The majority of them who they will see, now Tijan Kaba now plan them. You understand, eh?
Yes.
And the schema can do the implementation. And the schema they hand over, I will try to get somebody to learn from me, I will not kill me. Because you program down to educating.
Yeah. I don't do a whole show for that day. Yes, sir. I do 3 days show for that one day for the handover notes.
Handing over notes, if they out there, why they not make them accessible to the public? There was this how they call them, CIO, where they not done, they not give the report. You understand, eh? Mother Biotica, they put on and pocket. In the week 2023, we in near the release and say, so and so person, the family person guilty, so you're not eligible for contest election, neither you're not eligible for be president. Now, all in thing and they want to do. You understand, eh?
Yes.
After you program, not only next year and then 24 people then, now Wasalu. After the program between me, when you get between me and Daniel Molu, Kamalu King.
Yes, sir.
Now the next thing, and then 24 people then.
Yeah.
Then secretly, them the dead people, then the family baller, then they am secretly, now Rescos Cemetery. You understand?
Yes.
So, for let them do things like this, harmless demonstrators them, anything, now the handing over notes, then get 2 standby generator away and a schema left for Lungi. The people that will know how for take care of them, like the mechanic then can sack them, then put them people that will not sabi nothing. So then they not so no begin hurting. There is a case of somebody who I know, look at the work na Ivory Coast now. Then get a lucrative job in the work na that book extra. And then kind of power then sack him because he not belong to the region. He go to Ivory Coast, he get a good job there now. Me and the talk now every day. Get a very good job there. Go take all the people them, we know the job. You're not supposed to be a PhD holder for no son. You will be PhD holder. Now the theory is study, but you know the practical. The one they will know the practical and they do the job. The one that is standby generator, longer than the standby generator. But just because they can sack on and they sack the mechanic in, they're not able to get people in where them you know the thing they just bad us.
Yeah.
Also people in the lost their life. You know the president, he wants something. Before they go take that generator, now Bombali, them know say them whole cabinet meeting. Or they don't get a meeting that sits out with the stakeholders then. We involve the Minister of Information, wait for the message to the resident minister Abu. So Abu put all meeting and protocol and say, hey, within the government one can generator. Neither do you know anything with the go on because they don't talk and just like how that Samu and guiding talk this one. They will not talk and say, it's me. silent, quiet. That don't mean the people in the quiet. Just like how the last speaker said, it's only killing in the way they take place. What's the matter if you condemn any of the killing them? Or any of the atrocities them or the lawlessness that they go on at the country? You say you take on that program, you say happen na Kono. We all the people president, who they nearly kill the former vice president. You talk about that? But now they incite the lawlessness.
Thank you so much, sir. Absolutely. You know? Absolutely. At any time, if you feel for add more, feel free to come for calling. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mr. Wankasu. Thank you for your patience. Come back in, sir.
Yes. You see, let's just say all within the happen. So the government wouldn't come no power. If you don't believe in that system of continuity, the personnel will be the Nalungi, will be the work as engineers, as airport staff them and stuff like that. If you don't allow the people that they for stay, we're not going to face what they face so today. Because all the thing they decide to do was sack all man where they support the party and then bring out people that will not qualify or can do engineering work. So that will create this massive problem which will lead to the loss of innocent lives and will happen in the country. So if you say this man go to SLPP, you research the person, you see him well read our APC rally, it means that APC, you sack him because of that. You don't sacking people, then you sacking family, then you sack the one way they feed everybody with the underground. You understand? Apart from that, you don't bring out somebody who qualified person, we get experienced person. You bring out somebody with no experience or no qualification whatsoever or can do engineering. That's not create a big problem for winners today. We need to go help skills around the country. We get live and people then say, oh, can lend me this year so at the beginning come back. The people of Makeni have the right to resist this because they've seen it before. Not the first time it don't happen at the country. The people of Makeni see what they do to the people of Kono, how they treat them. So it is quite obvious that they will definitely resist to this one. And when the icon MP they talk about, they speak to Yansane. Yansane is not a stakeholder in Makeni. Yansane na Kamakio commot, na they born, na they commot, na carrying a district commot. And not to, if you are responsible government, you need to talk about Yansane because Yansane is a secretary general of a political party. Understand? This, if it has to do with national issue, you talk about the people who are stakeholders. Jimmy mentioned that accurately. You say there are administrative bodies that you reach out to when you want to deal with them kind of issues. So when you're calling Yansane for bringing Yansane in job inside it, what has that got to do with Yansane? Yansane is secretary general for a political party. It should not have free town. You don't tell we go even say like Kamakini inside commot. You can talk about Makeni issue, you call Yansane in there. They try to draw people then to let them politicize the whole damn thing. But this is the problem, the actions of irresponsible behavior, sacking people and bringing people who knows nothing about this thing, don't create this problem for it and make police suffer so.
Excellent. I like what you point out in terms of qualification. We seem like we get history of where they are not being judged by merit or demerit, but rather by, oh, I could take this man and just put him. And then you also talk about not just call and say insecurity and having confidence. What I mean by that, in the example of, I look and say Salon, na the girlfriend, the former president, na been the ex-boyfriend. It don't come, it don't do your own parts, it don't exit. But yet still, if you come as a new girlfriend to Mama Salon, then you dey still say, ah, bo, that me rival dey, if you don't can make road, but you don't make can fine, this and that, so on and so forth. The attention or the efforts where they put by for kind of like talk down on your rival in efforts for now you gain that confidence where you believe say you need that effort there you is it basically you can take that effort there and energy say but this me girlfriend it been do well oh, and I appreciate to say left off so me now we don't come with me now the new woman me know it's in na me strength na me quality where I possess where it be say I go put into this me beloved Mama Salon for make sure say whosoever the ex boyfriend on left I will take from there and forge ahead. So insecurity and confidence has a lot to do with waiting with the see again with this way current administration having the focus so much on the then administration to the point that it interfere with the ability for them to move forward and do it right for Mama Salon. I don't know if you disagree with me before I bring the next person.
I agree with you. I agree with you because I see that nobody expects it to be coming to governance. To be honest with you, they will go on and on and on in campaign and the rhetorics and all of this, and then all of a sudden they declare them winners and they say, okay, they're coming to government. So the millions they all over the place. They don't know even who side will start because it even take the president quite a long time to even comprehend the facts in the president of Sierra Leone. If you follow President Bio, he moved the way to take around the country. It reminds people that every day, you know, for people talk to bring kind of unity in the country. You know, talk saying they may say already become president. They may say me as so, but now they are the president of the Republic of Sierra Leone. You know, it remind the people there. Now meet him up so. That's why nobody will do me nothing. That's why nobody. It's like you're coming in.
A lot of tension.
Yes, it's like you're in a battle.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you've been in a serious battle. You don't get an upper hand in the battle, and now you're ready for crush out everybody else really around you. You know, for let you reaffirm your position.
Yeah.
So the country will continue for a whole year.
Yeah.
In rhetoric. But I admire the former president. The former president in silence is conspicuous. In silence, speak volume.
Yes.
You understand? The guy sat down and he said nothing. You understand? He don't rule, he don't go sit down. He don't talk when it's necessary and gladly he don't respond, he don't say nothing. Which I sit down so and they sit down. Look how the people actually rapture themselves because of putting that guy in silence. You know?
Yes.
But
yes.
let the man just remain as
Excellent.
he is. Let it do. Let it just continue to be as it is.
Yeah.
You know, let nobody demand for the President Kuma gap, former President gap, he talk, he begin to say anything because they didn't look for that. They want that. They didn't go close to him, just for going intimidate him. All of these are part of the game for going intimidate him, for going to let grab and say something tomorrow. But they say, oh, now this is it. Now, yeah, you are going to talk. If you're not supposed to do this, you don't go talk so, blah, blah, blah. So it better we just keep quiet. Many they disgrace themselves.
Yes.
Understand? We just sorry for the innocent lives of the guys. But this the government don't completely put Sierra Leone off. Seriously.
Absolutely. Before I bring Mr. IB in, I like certain things the way you say, like I say again, I they make the scenario as that is the example of having a relationship. His Excellency the President, President Mada Bio, within you get for refrain from showing is weakness in the sense of the insecurity. You then are the wheel now, you are the driver. So there's no need for power struggle because you don't get the power now given to you. So now, and I can always say your strength is also drawing or pulling your main opposition them. When you pull them to you, say, okay, now we can engage without having any malice underneath that. It bring nothing but success. But if there's any ill intention, it will always they hold you back from going towards that goal the way you go want. Whether it's positive goal, it will always drag you back. So again, in the example of having a relationship, there's a difference between being conceited and having the confidence. But you should always have that confidence. Say, okay, now me then at the will now. This then my brother, and not forget any ill feeling for them. In the example I can bring, where you been then a main opposition, the then president encourage you. Look and say, this now my small brother. When you come from United Kingdom, it gets the right for say, I do not need your help in fighting Ebola. But I say no, I want you come. Now we can join hands, and then I assign you to this district or whatever, or this village, because one, they're more familiar with you in terms of the language and so on and so forth. It gives you a substantial amount of fund for now you go able for fight the battle. And that battle was, now we win the war against Ebola at that time, the Ebola epidemic. So having said that, if he lead by that example, you understand, while him being there as the lead, I believe so where you said we don't get that opportunity now given to you by God, where God destined that. You for don't left that same legacy. They say, instead we kind of learn like how President Koma learned certain things them from President Kaba, and in handover notes he make he writes down there, he make them, and even where they give you the advice, he say for the peace, for that peace prevail, na X, Y, and Z you for do. So this again, I'm your humble opinion and suggestion for that peace go prevail. Having said that, make I bring Mr. IB. Thank you. I know so you come late, but welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, Ms. Khadija. Want to get to me?
Yes, I would hear you. Welcome, sir.
Okay, so thanks to everybody. Even though I just meet up the last man, which is say. You talk about first of all, Mina Ibrahim say somebody called AKPC doctor. The situation will happen at Makeni. Just speak better to talk about that. What concerning this just. First of all, this not of APC versus SNPP.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. I want to get it clear.
National issue.
This is the government of Sierra Leone versus the people of Makeni district. Just like what my brother say. This target for call Aneskuma, Yasane, Samura, or whoever they feel for communically, they are not part of Makeni. Makeni get resident minister, Northern Province. Makeni get councillors. Makeni get administrative people of Makeni. If this thing will happen, they don't read the rumors. Say people there, we can't take the machine at Makeni, can go somewhere else. And the government there is a people they resist from that. I mean, if you say in a negotiation for them, a dialogue for them with the people over radio, a town hall meeting at Makeni, explain to them exactly for them to understand. Now that's a responsible government for do. When I go explain to the people why we need this machine social place or na the time on the social side. Why we don't need it in Makeni? If the machine don't work in Makeni for over 1 year, we don't operate. I can understand. Now they get more rainy season, we get more rainy season as alone this year than any other year as alone. So I would expect say the hydro and Makeni they produce more watts than ever. Why do not go use that one Makeni bring a candy? In a grand example, say, or the money already go say it don't come. Why do not use that money for buy a new generator now? A portal will all interested for. All they use. Bring a kind of Makeni na but they insist say they want a Makeni they go pay. And they know the situation where they between the people of the north and the SLPP government. You know they go take chair na your enemy in Palo for go give somebody when they don't get along. Definitely, I not agree. That's the resistance of the Makeni people. Then say why when they can't take something, and they don't see what happened na Kono. Was a big example. So I would expect say yes. Now we say that the get for practically, but then they negotiate with the people of Makeni, talk with them, explain to them, let them understand. But this na the first time for us, even the civilized country, because alone not civilized anymore, even the civilized country, they don't use real bullet again and demonstration. Like when they don't see them, they don't burn tired
All them begin to do, then go back and freedom. The next day, call the resident minister, call the town council, call the chiefs at the other day, explain to them. Let both parties understand. But now they can't kill people that, and I tell you something. Now that make I be talk one or the this retaliation at salon. You know go kill me, brother, I will look you after 5 years, this is the power I retaliate on you. So how long Salon will be on this situation here? This is not for do any political thing. Any responsible government, you know they go just force for take something from people then. We don't know say this machine and Makeni people that they get up. Even if Makeni they want to put a car on a broker self, not say a broker how they need them. Then get for hold a town hall meeting. And we are really sure that every day town hall meeting. People don't really understand what I mean by town hall meeting. In America, it happen. Because for many people who are in our community, they understand what it make they want to do this way, why they do this way. But now, when I go for go take machine, I don't go lose them. And I suspect even if go when the president be gone at Makeni during our content that one. This was part of the program. The president therefore realized that it represents Sierra Leone. The people that don't kill Makeni, if that somebody will really get material feeling, it goes straight say yes. That people that die, I mean they govern them. The reason why they kill them, you know what it. Look at what we all get up. We need life, but we need a better generator than the one they Makeni. Other people do okay, don't forget about this generator. Now we look for another one. Money on Kai side. But one thing I will tell you, then people have to look for war so that if you know you pay workers them and they say that during the make you know you go to them. Because this machine don't make no sense for their life and their life and they for good. Even the people that when they shoot them fire the day, their life bullet they kill people. I don't know how they go shoot at them. I don't know kill somebody because he use a right. So resistance. No, we're not going to take this here. We can't let them as I know even say, even like no will just put the thing and I don't throw them. Now for go take order the machine, who will live them, who will play them, who will market them. We get a demonstration like now where people they say they don't accept the figure where they put from 6 to 6 or 11 to 11 something like that. The policeman they're so intelligent, they guide them. They don't shoot no tear gas, no live bullet, nobody not hot, then guide them till they know the demonstration. But now look how many lives they don't go.
But that is one of the many examples in the South when we get an incident with the Sierra Leone People's Party members them and we then get Kuskas na them political party office. Also, they're not being manhandle them. They respect them. So we as Sierra Leonean, we get for say no leadership or no president divide we get for stand for right and we they do so peacefully. I know they say hala hala or cause or threat, but we must stand for the truth and we must stand for waiting bind we together, because at the end of the day if they destroy we as a nation, now we get for suffer that consequences. They can go to another location or whatever the case may be, go to exile, and then the poor people then suffer.
I not do anything. What did I talk? He happened. Say that the car can take machine and they didn't go for the taker. If I didn't be lie, I can understand. But if they say in any government, now negotiation for day for situation like this one, especially the territory where they go for go take this machine here. Now that first that will learn. The territory where they go for go take this machine here, now territory where they say they not agree with the present government. And we get that kata day. And Abu, we don't talk and say, then go kill Pekin, then kill them, them, then do this, then do that. And what did Abu be preached? I don't be so.
Salon for all kindly hold. Sorry, sir.
Yeah, this was a plan.
Yeah.
And a resident minister.
Yeah, put your volume down small, yeah.
Where they represent. Which people they represent. And if you say, Abu, I'm going to say, hey, my government will hold it. Now talk to me people first. And that make on a seminar for that represent the North. Chief them, I want all the chiefs them, all the headman them, all the town council people them, don't get a meeting. This machine, we don't get an hour for 1 year or 2 years or 3 years, we're not a user. Now we lunge back, they want and that make the one can take them. But after they don't settle now, they bring and come back.
So let the average people don't understand. Bumuna is not like a permanent something. You know, guarantee.
Yeah. Similarly to what Mr. Wankas to say. Hold on, sir. Somebody just they call. Kindly identify yourself, please. Welcome.
This now,
Oh, hello, Mr. Calais. Welcome, sir. Welcome.
Good, how are you doing?
Fine, thank you, bro. Yeah, fine, thank you.
Thank you for, just quick, but, Salon is very sad because every day now, you wake up with new things and happen. And this is happening on Makeni, so that's very, very disheartening thing where not supposed to happen.
Yeah.
I don't listen to all the callers that say, and the majority things like Salon, like the justice not there.
Yeah.
Because this kind of situation you have to look, so if the people now Makeni say no, you need to take them to the legendary so the next thing that we're gonna for court like go take the case, how are we to make it for before you know that later whether or not you as a federal government get the power for removal because they get to government now local that they get the last say. So you know they go any side of the country no more, you go remove things there just because the government pays for them. Because at the end of the day, we government they get funds, they get taxes, not to matter they get. That's what the people and they get. So machine to or whatever they don't designate to a town or locality, you get for go there and even express what you make you want to move them, and if they say no, you get to be taken on a court. They show them why the constitution or why it says that you get power for going to move anything to things. But when you get country where you get governments where not they follow laws, then now this will happen. You go get chaos because that's when they get right. The funds the funds where the country get, not to excessively get, not to matter the get. And then you listen to some of the information within the guys talk, but let me say, now government they pay for fuel. Government they pay for fuel, the people they pay like electricity. And the other problem with this government, the people they were put in power, they don't understand nothing for government. They don't understand nothing for doing their job. You give the minister they go talk say now the government they pay for electricity. Instead of you go on radio, you go to the people and give the people and give you way to make it justifiable for them to remove anything that they want. You don't do that. So that's the biggest problem I see myself is there's no justice. And I make a talk and say if Salon one continues, so therefore just take the Republic out of it. Because the Republic you get different governments there. But again, everything this government will do, is all backwards. And the country will go before, and the people when they suffer. The people when they say you take people and come on a position, you put other people in there, we're not qualified. Now all this they happen. It's hard for the people to lose their life. Inside country we don't get all kind chaotic business. And then you see some people then because of party issue, then they gladly say, oh yes, they kill these people. I see what I thought you say, and they probably kill 100. This is the problem again at our country. And some of you when they try hard, we claim the money for investing all kind of programs on our safety. It's very hard for they continue. When they see things like this. Then the people, the government don't understand it. Not so politics they want that country. They don't understand. Anything has to do with politics or SFP or on this person or on this party or blame on the last party. These people don't be inside power over 2 years and don't get nothing positive for sure. But killings, disobeying the constitution, disobeying people and their rights. It's very sad in our country, man. So tell them it's really think, man, there's no hope for that thing. Because, and I tell people them, we basically party the way I get. I say when I get for understand, say, this government coming, that is saying they will come with. And that means they will far. But the sake of law, when it comes to they get for government the right in fair way. The intimidation is too much. And at some point in time,
Their intimidation because people that can take for so much. And some people that were very good people there by nature. We get some people that we get by that, but the majority of the people in our country are good people there. But people just for power. And one day, all of this will get for me. Because at the end of the day, no matter how it will matter, you know, stay in another position forever. If matter, say, and then get second, God don't give second time, and make that good people again. It will try to bring up man together and do the right thing.
Absolutely.
But for some reason, it not get down their hands. Instead, like so can't divide people then. And then you get the blame. Someone will say, oh no, not doing for business something. Then not the head. Then not the president of the country. If you want to peace in that, now he get for lead that country there. But you know that's just things on the market for say, but it's very disheartening.
So much
because that country because the history with that country there. With the history with that country don't go through. We know so they go through any kind of thing like this again.
Absolutely.
Any kind of thing like this. Asking for contribution, but you know, get topic and we get for continue for speakers because you know they don't trust me. People that see. And when people you know understand it, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's just the embarrassing country. It's just the embarrassing because
yeah. Thank you so much.
So hold them accountable.
Yeah.
Because the majority, the major thing was get to do that hold them accountable.
Absolutely.
Any nothing happened now because we continue to talk about that because now we they hold them accountable.
Absolutely.
And no matter we get to hold them accountable and we therefore continue to talk and say the truth because trust me, they listen. They and also the international community. So thank you very much.
You're most welcome. Thank you, Sue, as well. Thank you so much. If you get anything else, you can call back. Thank you again.
Okay.
All right, bro. Thanks. All right. I know say Mr. Lawrence one coming there. We'll try for wrap up. Mr. IB, I did bring you back. Now I bring Mr. Lawrence real quick before Mr. One Kasu as well. Mr. Lawrence, come on in. I should say if you don't listen. Yeah. You there on mute, sir. Touch the mute button. Uh-oh. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. There we go. Yeah. There you know.
Yeah, if I don't listen to Mr. Sorry if I don't like Mr. One, is it?
Mr. IB. Yeah, Mr.
One
Ibrahim.
Kasu. No.
Oh, One Kasu.
Sorry?
Oh, One Kasu.
One Kasu.
Yeah.
Mr. IB, that's a brilliant. You should try to give me thumbs up. Because when the man listen, that down quick because I'm not sure what I'm going to sleep now. The fact here is, I don't tell you, say, the people them, because look at the SLPP, now we can talk first. Yeah. What you say, Mother Bill, no problem, Mother Bill. Because that's the mentality. Mother Bill, give them what they want. Understand? So that the south and the east, Mother Bill, give them what they want. Understand? So Mother Bill, not for be blamed. Then I asked them the question, the SLPP supporter. Mother Bill, not for be blamed. We got get the Minister of Information. We got keep on day. We got Mr. Wanka say. We got Mr. Abraham say. We got keep on day. Mr. Sisi say. We got keep on day. Number one. Then we got keep Abu don't tell you say. They kill people in Makeni. They dis people in Makeni. They that people in Makeni. He say suspend them. Then Black come back. Then that happen back. We have to blame. So matter don't get the sharper side. And the fact here is, the one SLPP look at say, Mother Bill give them what they want. You don't go blame Mother Bill. Mother Bill, we say they give them Mother Bill. But you say go and say salon people, go get for one for them. I'm saying it to you. Go and push the people to the bone like you build any camp. And you get them for camp. People be like salon people, salon. And you understand? Also, the mama and papa get salon. Now we get salon. And the fact family. And I hear tell now. The one I like now we say, go sack people illegally, and they kill people illegally, and they kill the backo, and they kill and they slaughter like a dog, like a fowl, like saying over life. That's what I mean. Totality of war and the creature of that country. I don't think. So if they feel, so madam, yo, okay, we say that salon people, freedom people, northern people, that's why I'm going to tell that country. In reality, I let pass
Oh
over.
man,
Because
Mr. Lawrence,
if you're not blame, not serious, if you're not blame madam, you mean the blamer. Because he bear the greatest responsibility.
absolutely. I think say you be the where be the challenge, Mr. BK. Basically, there's no way you cannot how you call blame the president if he not take any stand for say the Pademba Road massacre happened as many go refer to as
Okay, wait, one second back. No, 1 second, wait, I just want to, no, I want to take you first, quick, 1 second. We also are quiet. Don't look at JJ Blood. JJ Sapa take 8 billion, they don't do nothing. JJ Sapa, they wait for a little mistake. I don't think the government will scatter. JJ Sapa, they take 8 billion for cleaning. When they talk, you see JJ Sapa, they talk about, but the government Saka. It's not a serious government if you don't sack them by now. The police inspector general if you don't sack them by now because people will die. But then Basura, if you don't sack Lawrence Liman by now, they don't sack nobody. Yeah? The Chief Justice, I mean, if you don't sack the Chief Justice by now, they sack them. That is sack the Attorney General Minister. What do you make sack the Attorney General Minister of Justice? Because the Attorney General Minister of Justice go against the young wish. This is like the wish for me to kill Paul Conte in a saloon. Don't be allowed to people in charge.
Yeah, so like how you say, time and time over again on this platform, I don't talk about selective justice. And from what you they submit, obviously that is the example of selective justice. We can go on and on and on in terms of the example of constituency 110 and the young man Ibrahim Conte, where they tortured, no justice prevail, and the list goes on. Arata, they go around, they talk about how they threaten people, them. No arrest, nothing like that. So we can go on and on and on in terms of selective justice. I don't know, Mr. Wankasi, if you want to reply to that, and then I bring Mr. IB, then we will try to call it quits.
Well, honestly, I don't think it was never the intention of this government for negotiate for letting get this generator from Makeni. It's not the reason why the government go there at night to go collect this thing. So this is the bottom line first of all we believe. But while we say this, I want we give another one chance to President Bill. One more chance to President Bill, make it prove we wrong. Or say enough ever come, we can comment on the death of innocent Sierra Leoneans then. Right? We no ever see them, and we hope say tomorrow morning or next tomorrow, President Bio will come out, he can make a statement about the lives of Sierra Leoneans, the innocent lives that will die. Then he will prove we wrong. Understand? While we're going further, while we're going, moving forward. But we hope say President will come and take responsibility. But say my government is responsible for the killing of innocent people in blah 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 areas in this country. And as a leader, I take responsibility for that.
So responsibility without excuse attached to the holding oneself accountable,
yes.
Correct?
Yes. Okay. If you can get excuse, but at least come out and give a statement. Visit the families of the people. We don't see other leaders and they do that. Simple thing. What do you want when you go for God body for sympathize with the families of the people who die? When something like a small disaster take place or flood take place outside, you go march go there, you go, see the place, and that we call leadership. But then they shoot innocent people, then kill them after you minister. They don't go out there, they don't go promise that they do this. Then the thing happen. Then somebody they talk say no problem, President. We are going to you for what you kill. Come on, man. Let me give President Bill one more chance, make it come out. Make it come out and speak to the people of Sierra Leone. The people of Sierra Leone for your evil, man. All of this will happen. If this is a national issue, the people of Sierra Leone want to hear from them. You know, this is the airport. When we announce, say, okay, the airport don't close. Now the announce the airports don't open. The airport don't be like something at the airports. Our plane will land. You understand? So, you know, you let's go buy how many 30 motorbikes then. Because you know they make up a national news. You know, what you need that got to do with the people that we seek your way when they claim and get one or whatever. You see, so make President Bio come out and talk to the people of Sierra Leone about the atrocity that happened at Makeni from yesterday to today. Make the people of Sierra Leone understand waiting at the government's position in this matter. Let it prove some people are wrong. Let it prove me particularly, let it prove me wrong for saying yes, you know about one, and I don't believe say good one. When they come out, they can say something. We will get that one day with that opening while we move forward. What you said. So, Mr. Ivy.
Well stated, sir. Mr. Ivy, coming.
Yeah, Mr. Kanya, the reason why they laugh, my brother, you know, wherever that statement is, don't forget it. That statement will ever come out like the life. Because one, what happened at Panama, the president came again speech. He never even mentioned the family of the people who died. That I'm not sure the one who died. Just like what I put an audio yesterday, what I said now this morning concerning that arrest saga. Now they say there is no evidence, there is no case for the arrest. What about the rest? How the rest go now? They say they not find them guilty. But the entire ship will come. They don't say, look, the ship to map, the rest they side back again. Then we don't say another case. Well, we see with your eyes when somebody there will pack the bag them like any man. They sell them out. And I must say the only reason why Thibault is free and others, because from the top, from the president, even the what I call them, take them down. They all eat for the arrest day. And if they be put on a jail or they arrest them or they say any other team, believe me, if you name them one, take them, ministers them, the president, a wife, they all get out for the arrest day. Now that's not the reason why a judge will say he qualified. He don't judge so many cases. He look cases like that, he say no, there no evidence. But we get people who are in Padeba Road, who are in prison, who see in the church right now. They are not, because of them, they just talk their opinion, they get case for them. Rest now, what we see with your eye, a kind of one old ship, not a boat camp, now ship camp, and we see the evidence. Then they name one school, what tell you say they get 300 bags. Then they name one principal, what stand for 300 bags. Who said the rest go now? If let's say divorce and others are free, what about the rest? We know nothing. You know? The highest, like I don't know how to say, the highest degree so far, highest corruption so far I've ever seen in my life. Ship can and saloon. You don't know how they put them, how they come out at you. We don't know how they go reach Kenima. We don't know how they somebody count. I say, when I change the bags there, they change them. We go through that punishment. They keep people on Panama Road. The president cannot say nothing. And they bite you back there. He put me life right now. This saga will happen at Makeni. The president will come here. Apologize. You know, can he make any blame? Right now, they never plan a statement for can say, oh, my APC talks them. Because anything happen now at APC. This Makeni business not get anything for do with APC. Lunge will need generator. Not only generator, we don't pull a Makeni for go Lunge. Money don't come inside the government. But we prefer for buy 30 Pajero. Next week, we buy police motorbike in the back for the drive the back again. Or go they go. Then doctors and doctors and teachers them and nurses them, they suffer. They go out for go work and then they even get their salary. If you not say you know buy the car for yourself, not be minister. Manage your own and you. More than you, as I don't see minister they get over 5-10 security them. You go and they always say if you are listening a battalion, then they guide them. All of that waste of taxpayer money. We country, we president get for come out let talk. And I don't pull out or just and say if you not take time, after in time of office, whether 5 years or 10 years, so then go do the same thing when they do time to Ernest Koroma. All the blame I hate them for me. They don't kill more people that take power than Ernest Koroma in entire 10 years. Today, look at the other way don't die. More people don't die in politics than Ernest Koroma in 10 years waiting in power. President, therefore, come out and say something. We choose you, we elect you, whether we vote for you or not, you are you are party member of the SLPP or you are president of Sierra Leone. Any one soul will die. You, the president, they for you a reason why that soul will die. So that you come to the nation, talk to the people, then they understand. But we not go just them, get a president, they talk, they say nothing. That is they support what they go on. And Ernest Koroma not saying nothing. It hurt SLPP. But I want SLPP to get that in mind. I decided today in public TV for say not to SLPP go tell APC when for put Ernest Koroma or when for choose their own chairman. If Ernest Koroma never be chairman for life, now the business, now APC business and it has nothing to do with SLPP. Let them get that clear. If SLPP never make road, let them make the road. If they never make bridge, let them make bridge. If they never bring helicopter and asylum, let them bring a car. So that we know say they don't do something. But not that begin to tell me say, oh APC not be doing this, oh APC not be doing that. And the APC is gone. For the next 5 years, not to APC the rules alone. And we are tired of hearing APC every day. The only thing we achieve now this government here now intimidation, arrest, jail, free or other thing there. But let them show me the road they make. Let them show me the bridge they make. Either a finishing or the end up. But let them tell me what they start they do. And these people will never praise an exclamation at Pujan. What you do for Pujan? So if we don't go to Pujan, what Pujan be there as Pujan? Now, two people of Ghana they be there. Whatever day, light not day. But then today, they are part of Pujan. As a Pujan, Kalang. The Kalang could parade. I wish them for sure are the old one. Let us see the one when they attack an exclamation. He said the biggest parade. And make sure they be there. Now we get the best hospital in Kalang. So Ernest Koroma bad is it gets something where you do as salon. Mother Bio says the bad thing we must get something where you go left as legacy. For me, if Mother Bio go bust, it build 10,000 restaurant a day or hotel a day or house a day, I go gladly because when you go out of power, in order for take them. Now we still not go for enjoy them. That can mean thing. Now we want to get a president, any president who can, if he able to make it turn, fine, I will gladly because other people then go enjoy. But they know, oh, they go see this house, they go boil this house, they go block this house. Right now, they tell you something, and it's Koroma in us. 91 the day after. 9 they want fade away when they go attack them, born or the broker. That's all. All these attack on Makeni because I don't see any reason why they use live bullets. Them. I don't see any reason. But I want to salute them. Who then I want to carry weapon now? You shoot one bullet, let's see. If you know what you account of time.
And by God,
they shoot how many bullets they keep bullets. No one ever for. Then they go cut a deck. They're not going to give the boss for say, hey, why I shoot this here? What are the reasons? When I one great bullet where they shoot, you go write past 50 pages there. Why? So the problem is that think you know can I mind for putting a weapon to shoot somebody. Because you go right there, you guess for right.
Thank you so much, sir. Yeah,
so,
thank you.
Yeah,
thank
you. And I beg you, brother Makeni, when I take her easy, when I cool down, you know. When I get right, when I not gonna speak for go attack anybody. When I wait when the voting come, when I show say yes, now the vote at the right box. That's all we can for talk to Makeni people there.
Well stated, sir. And in regards to the former president, His Excellency Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma home, we pray and hope that not go ever be the case because we work towards national cohesion, and one of which we go refrain from doing anything we go impact that goal for maintain a peaceful Mama Salon. Having said that, I want to take this opportunity for telling our plenty thank you. We wonderful audience and we panelists them. The wonderful United Kingdom. They stay the extra hour for just make sure say them join voice with we for discuss issue of relevance, national issue. Appreciating us so much. Salute, Mr. Owankasu, Mr. Lawrence. Thank you so much, Mr. Ibrahim Sise, and then of course Mr. Jimmy will be there with we as well. In a thank you. We audience in a thank you. I know say the debate's been hot and we don't get over 300 comments. Unfortunately, not be able to read all. And I'm sorry. All the callers then we also called today. No, we always remember what him bind we together. And now we also remember say we have a responsibility for now we promote national cohesion. For now nobody not divide we. Now we get a mind of our own. We no say the green, white, and blue suppress anything else, whether it's your political party, your tribe, your region, your section. We don't know that. We just know say we are Sierra Leoneans and we all fall under the green, white, and blue. Anytime we talk today, we hurt anybody, forgive we. We're not here to please anybody but God and we conscience. And for speak with truth, and the truth we go promote national cohesion. We'll go see that we save lives in the Republic of Sierra Leone. When one is hurt, we all hurt together. Until next time, and we also hope that His Excellency the President, as always, I can say, can become redundant. You go do right by the people of Sierra Leone, and that is to see that you rule we or you govern we by making sure that you unite we every step of the way. Until next time, this is Salon for All, Voice for All Network Television. I am your host, Khadija Tijan Nabine. God bless we all. God bless the Republic of Sierra Leone, and of course, the United States of America, and of course, the United Kingdom. Good night. Bye. I don't left you hanging.
Thank you.
All right, fellas. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you.
I appreciate you now. Thank you.
All right.